Hello and welcome to another episode of Hearth and Hammer. We are super excited to be here with you tonight. It is going to be a great episode. And guys, are you excited for episode 28?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes.
Of course.
Man, it's been so long.
It has been a long time for you, especially. I feel like our illustrious bard has been out for like 3 weeks, but it's okay. We understand.
I'm back.
I think it
I'm
has
here.
been, hasn't it? It's been close to a month since we've had our bard.
It's okay. It's okay. But we're glad. We're glad that you're here. Yeah, so, hey, welcome to Hearth and Hammer. We are a D&D family-friendly show. We have a DM who forgot to pull something up, so there's that.
So we have one of those,
We have one of those.
which is good.
Check. All right. But yes, thank you for joining us, whether you're doing so live or on the YouTube or on the podcast. We thank you and we appreciate you, and we hope that you enjoy tonight's episode because we are going to have a fantastic time. If you have missed any of our episodes, be sure to check it out on the VODs on YouTube or check out the podcast feed wherever you get those. And make sure if you want to join us live on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time at twitch.tv/hearthandhammer. We'd love for you to join us there. So, also, please don't forget the amazing monumentstudios.net. They have some incredible 100% royalty-free fantasy, sci-fi, and all sorts of like music and sound effects you need for your tabletop RPG sessions. Check it out, monumentstudios.net. They have an incredible soundboard that you can use that has so many sounds and music and stuff, and it's very inexpensive, and it works everywhere, on mobile, on phones. It's so good. Or you can go all in and buy all of their stuff and get all of their updated content as well for like 70% off right now. So go and check it out. Yeah, so I think, guys, that I think we're ready to get into tonight's episode.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes?
Never mind.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So let's get into tonight's episode, shall we?
We're in
right.
combat. So just know that when we start, we're just start swinging.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no matter what.
Okay, so last time on Hearth and Hammer, the party had a bit of a downtime. They had about a 2-week kind of period of getting things accomplished, relaxing, and we had quite a bit of interaction that went on within the party. Lee finished up the holster that he was making for Rowan. And Theoden, over the course of the 2 weeks, in secret to his fellow party members, created some very nice icons to stick on the shields of Jace and Pete, and presented those as gifts to his friends. We also had Lee and Rowan search the tomes of the Cobalt Soul library, and they were eventually presented with not only information on the Drow and the Kryn dynasty, but they also found out some information and were rewarded with their efforts with a soldier's instruction booklet on how to fire and maintain a gun. With that, they spent the allotted time of a week poring over the manual and then put it to practice the following week, getting in some test shots and hitting the target. So they're working on becoming proficient in firearms.
Pew, pew.
Also during that time, they worked tirelessly with their foreman of construction to clear the caved-in tunnel within their Hero's Haven, and eventually reached the end of the cave-in. Whenever they finally broke through with the help of their construction crew, they were able to see a network of underground caverns and were made aware of the entrance to the Underdark that they now had connected to their hideout. Leaving the Underdark caverns to prepare and research more, the crew went down to Hupperduke proper to talk to their patrons and see what they could do to equip themselves better. When lo and behold, a caravan had just arrived in the city of Hupperduke with bright, colorful flags and bright, colorful people from what looks to be the Menagerie Coast having arrived. The heroes are facing a fun and jovial atmosphere in the city of Hupperduke as the evening moves on and comes to the opening night of festivities in the town. Heroes of Hupperduke, what are you doing?
I think we were heading to the Hearth and Hammer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think we should see the caravan a different day. We got some stuff we're taking care
Well,
of.
they weren't even done.
They
Yeah,
weren't
we can
set
go.
up
We'll
yet.
just go a different day. Let's go ahead. And go
Maybe
to
they won't be
Underdark.
staying here for the whole week. Maybe just, there's going to be a caravan. There's going to be things there to do. If anyone's just, stop by real quick. I am suspicious
Pete,
of them, I'm not going to lie, but...
Pete,
they're
calm
such
down.
parties.
Yes, but they've said that they're not even set up yet. It's going to be later tonight. We can go to the Hearth and Hammer, and then once we talk to Brackle, then we can have some fun. They had the best ale ever. You wait till you taste it.
Yeah, right, that's fair.
Yes. But yes, we must certainly make a stop by the caravan before we make our way out of town.
Into the Underdark.
Well, I was going to try to keep that quiet for the time being. It could cause quite a stir if the residents of Hupperduke knew of what we're hiding in our basement.
More undead that you've summoned?
Not yet.
All right, fair enough, Cleric. Let's do it.
Austin. By the way, so I gave you the gun holster last session because it made sense because we were messing with the guns. But
Awesome.
it's
Do I?
beautifully crafted. On it is drawn, to my memory, a near perfect emblem. To my memory of
Yes.
yeah,
The Casa Capoeira Cirque.
yes.
You notice, Rowan, that the coat of arms that he attempted to do, while beautiful, is not quite what the actual coat of arms is.
Did you roll like a 4 on intelligence or something?
Yeah, I rolled real
Yes.
low on intelligence, real high on dexterity.
Yes,
Yeah.
So it looks great.
His performance was incredible, but he did not quite remember what it looked like. So you have a very well done, but you know what? Maybe it's your own crest of your own adaptation of the Cossack clan crest there.
Hand it back to him. Tell him it's not good enough.
So what is that like?
But
plus
it's
10
a holster
to
that it
initiative?
goes.
Is that what it was, Seth? Plus 10 to initiative to fire
Yeah.
the gun?
Yep.
Yeah, for the enemy.
It just
as long
kind of
as
it
you're
goes
using
around your
Ultra.
shoulders and like hangs down,
Ultra quick
and
draw.
it's set up so that you could reach. It's like stored under your cloak, so you can keep it kind of hidden when we need to, but you can quickly access it still. So that was the
Got it.
purpose of it. Doesn't have any real benefit other than flair.
Like it.
Whisper, Rowan, it's for your goon.
But it does hold your gun.
It's called a gun.
Goon. Gosh. You'd think you'd know how to say it if you'd be a carrion. Lord. The people I travel with.
I'm not going to argue with you about verbiage, communication, or how to pronounce, or even enunciate words.
Dude, yes.
You are not.
What was that word you just
Everyone
said?
here
Is that even common?
Enunciate is a common. See, my point.
You're speaking
Let's head
Elvish
to
or
that. Where are we
something.
going? Where are we heading again? Let's just
I thought we were heading
Believe
to the
we're
Hearth
heading
and
into
Hammer.
Hearth and
Isn't that
Hammer.
the way we're going?
That was the plan, yes. Let's just head that way then.
Speaking Elvish to me like I would listen.
Okay, so you're heading towards the Hearth and Hammer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've been able to hear you.
Okay. I switched to my NVIDIA thing. I wasn't sure if it was working or not.
What? Are you talking, Jason?
Shut up.
that in. That's so rude. Hey, Brackle, since we just wanted to come by, we kind of found some things.
we got there?
You know how we were working on making, digging out some of that tunnel that we found. It leads to, let's just say, a very dangerous place. I think I actually need to probably make a nature check to remember because I don't know as a player, so I don't know.
I wouldn't go see Brackle, by the
much
way.
I
I
know.
would be heading to Wilkins.
Yeah, I'm heading to Brackle because I feel like he's more of our, not like main patron, but nature check, right?
Yep.
Okay. 13.
Okay. Sorry. What were you trying to find out with that?
Just to see like if I know about the Underdark and if it's just like, oh, that place is really bad, or if it's like, nah, that's a
okay.
place that exists.
So you know
Exist.
that, yeah, you definitely have heard of it.
Okay.
You know that it is almost a realm unto itself under the depths of the mountains and the earth, and that there are tunnels and roads and highways that go all across the continent that could be connected to the Underdark. It is, a subterranean layer unto itself. So that's what
Okay.
you would know.
And is it like inherently dangerous, or is it just like, nah, there's just a.
You would have heard that it's pretty dangerous.
Yeah, so Brackle being this place is fairly dangerous. I was wondering if, as our sponsor, if you had any things that we could take with us or extra things we could pick up, some extra cash to go run around and maybe buy some more healing potions and different things.
So you're asking
Before
us
we-
of Brackhill, right?
Before we go any further, yeah.
Okay. So you enter into the tavern, and you see Brackle there, and he's, it's got this kind of air of festivities that are going on, and there's extra customers. There's more people in the tavern tonight, this late afternoon, and he's kind of talking to you as he's like walking around you and handing patrons drinks and everything, and he says, "Oh, aye, yes, the Underdark is indeed a dangerous place. I would think long and hard before traversing into such a place. If that was if that was indeed the way that this dark elf went, it could be that he has some hidden byways to make it all the way back to even his own Kryn dynasty. It's a deep and deadly place, though, so I would go in. If you're going to go down there looking around, I would advise caution. Also, make sure you know where you're going.
Would y'all have any resources that might help us?
Well,
Any gear we could use, or someone we
No.
could go to information for?
No, lad, that's unfortunately some place that we don't typically delve into the Underdark. Being here in Hupperduke, it's a bit disconcerting to know that they were able to open up an entrance to this place here, if you will. Like I said, it is such a place I've heard as the all manner of bad things use as access to the surface.
Of course.
Make
Like
sure
tax
you
collectors.
indeed. He kind of gives a chuckle.
Yes. Well, is Stormast or the Goliath lady still imprisoned at the prison,
I
or have they been
believe
moved out?
I believe the two of them. Well, I'm pretty sure that you all. I think that they both have been moved off to
Unfortunate.
the capital. So
Yes. I would like to have asked them some questions. I'm afraid during our interview we didn't originally think about
well,
asking
it's
about a
been
tunnel to the Underdark.
going on a couple of months since you've
It is,
completed that task.
indeed. But it is their lair, so I assume they would know of something about it. And I assume their crimes have kept them in prison for quite some time.
I suppose you could go and request the information, see if if the powers that be might be able to find out and send word. I don't rightly know that there's any way to get that, though. They're beyond my reach, at
Yes.
least.
This probably is a conversation to have with the Starosta.
That's probably the best bet.
All right.
Also, I don't know how useful it'll be to go poking around down there if all you're doing is trying to track down this drow. Like I said, it's a lot larger and more encompassing than just some straight path, I'm sure, back to his
Of course.
his Kryn lair. if you will.
Is there any? If there's any like bounties or anything for any creatures of the Underdark, or if we could sell them to different places. Or
Oh,
what's
I'm
or
sure there's
things
a
like that.
rare and dangerous creatures would lurk down there, but you all have proclivity for getting out of some tight spots.
For now.
Yes, I suppose we do.
I've almost died multiple times. So who should we possibly tell about this? Or do you know of any leads on someone that might have information? Or
Well, as
should we
far as
possibly go tell?
reporting, I can definitely pass it along to the Starosta. I imagine your good foreman fellow will pass it along as well, so that the city itself will at least be aware. I assume, do you have some sort of safety mechanisms in place to guard against this? I would recommend it.
Of course we do.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
Kellen has barricaded it up quite well.
All right. I
Multiple
trust the lad. I
securities.
trust the lad. He's a good lad
course.
and has a knack for ingenuity.
He does indeed, yes. He actually cleared the tunnel in just 2 weeks' time. It was quite impressive.
Oh, aye. Well, unless you have anything else, I'm having a lot more customers this evening, as we
Understood.
are preparing for the festivities to begin tomorrow. Are you all going to try and partake of the excitement that's going on? We have this caravan come through about once a year.
So it's an annual thing then. We were called off guard, honestly.
Aye, it is. There's somewhat of a kindred spirit of a town in the Menagerie Coast, Port Zoom. They have artisans and crafters and tinkerers alike. I think even have a rather nice temple to Moradin himself. If you all fall there.
I've seen things like this, and they're usually full of thieves and overpriced items. We'll probably just clear out the Underdark and skip this entirely.
Well, I mean, it's up to you, good sir, but I will say this is less of a traveling carnival, as like I said, our kindred town there, we do often send caravans to them as well on a yearly basis, and this is more of a trades fair, if you will, where tradesmen from that town come and show off their wares and sell some of their goods, and we also showcase some of our own goods and new inventions as well. Why, old Wiltix himself will be partaking of the festivities, and might see some of his trinkets and the like in the hands of good townsfolk and visiting people as well.
I'm, for one,
I'm still not
intrigued. I do
convinced.
like trinkets and such.
I'll go wherever the rest of the group wants to go, I guess.
You say they've got different trinkets and things. Do they normally sell any sort of exotic plants or maybe animals?
Oh,
different things?
it's a possibility. There's all sorts of shops that come along with the tinkerers and craftsmen from Port Zoom. So you never know. There's, I'm sure, to be a plethora of interesting items.
Weapons and magical things and such, perhaps?
Oh, aye, some of that too. Probably more than have been in the town in over a year.
That's a good thing.
Well,
That's been totally fine.
I believe I'm sold. Well, speaking of Wiltix, I believe I'll go over and see what goodies he has for us.
Okay. So Theoden is already over there. And,
Yeah, he's
Theoden, you walk in the front door while all of them go to talk to Brackell. And you walk in, and you're a little shocked at first because there is so much more activity going on, and there is probably about 4 or 5 extra gnomes who are running around. You see boxes being packed. You see the emblem of the Hearth and Hammer stamped on these boxes. Some look like they may be getting set up to ship. Some look like they are displays for a booth. And you see Wiltix standing on top of his table today. Not sitting behind it. He is standing on top of it, directing traffic. He's like, "Oh, yes, take those over there and make sure they're ready. Get those ready for the quartermaster to take with them." Yeah, and he's just, directing traffic. You do see his 2 apprentices there. You see the one that you've interacted with most often, the young gnome rushing around, and then you see a glimpse of the other one in the cloak who shuffles on to the back and out of sight.
Why, Wiltix, my man! And I'm gonna go ahead and whip my
Master
pink
Dwarf.
hat off and bow to him. I never thought of you to be one for some extravagance up on the table. I mean, we leave that to the bard in our group, but
He
whatever makes you happy.
You see him, and he is not his normal focused, kind of tinkerer self. he is jovial and excited and has an energy about him. And he is standing on the table, and he gives a laugh, which you never hear. He's like, ha ha ha. Well, Master Theoden, it is a good week indeed. We have our guests from the Menagerie Coast come to town, and this year we're hosting them. Next year we'll go down there to their fine city. But it's a meeting of the minds, and it's a time to see new and exciting contraptions and clockwork devices and
that's
and
where
a
your
sharing
mind's
of
at,
technologies. Oh yes, very much.
You're excited about new toys.
Oh,
Part of the reason
I always like to get new toys.
I've been told there's no finer tinkerer or purveyor of goods in all the land as Wiltix, and that's why we shop here.
I mean, you'd be right. However, there's going to be many interesting things that don't have my stamp on them here this week, and I bet you'll enjoy them.
Oh, I hope so. I did have a taste of some ale that I'm going to get my hands on a few kegs of that for sure.
Oh yes, there's quite a few nice ale masters that come up from the coast as well.
The rest of my friends are in talking to Brackle about something about the drow, and we may crash some heads or something. I'm excited about that. But I was just coming. It's been a while. I've been down in the forge in our place, and I'm just coming to see if you've gotten any new stuff in. Obviously, you've gotten a lot of stuff boxed up around here. Just trying to see before it hits the streets, you know. Old Thurian wants a prying eye before everybody else. Just trying to see what kind of wares you may have come across since we've last been spoken.
Well, good sir, I have honestly already packed up everything. It's ready for the market tomorrow. So
Wiltix, a man of your intelligence, could tell me what's in every one of these crates, could you not?
This is quite true, but however, though you are my part of my ward and I am no patron, unfortunately, I'm gonna save it for tomorrow.
Oh, Wiltix, I'm not going to purchase from you today. I just want the sneak peek of what we can be looking at when we come to see your fine wares tomorrow. You know we're going to come see you. We wouldn't dare not see Wiltix.
Well, of course, I have no doubts, and I'm not. I mean, by all means, shop around. There's going to be many great sales here this coming week, but that's not the point. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a glimpse, and you can keep it. And he reaches in his pocket, and he pulls out something that's small, and he tosses it to you.
Catch it.
Okay. So you catch it, and you see it's like a little kind of clockwork device, and it's I got just a little bitty key, little wind-up key on it. And so you wind it up, and you have it in your hand, right? And you're kind of like really closely inspecting it, and you hear it, and you kind of hold it to your ear. You hear like the tick, 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 tick. And you like look at it again. You're like turning it over and over, and then all of a sudden, in your face, there's like a colorful cloud of smoke. For just half a second.
What?
Light and smoke. And you've got that kind of dazzle in your eyes, and you hear Wiltix again. Not at something you hear very often. You hear him laughing. And he says, I'm sorry, Master Theoden, but I couldn't help myself. But take that. It's yours. It's just a minor just a little minor bit of magic to built into that gives a colorful puff of smoke and bright light for half a second. So,
if I wasn't so excited about playing the same prank on Jace, I might be mad at you, Wiltix.
Ooh, you promise me you tell me how he reacts.
Aye, I will, but I'm fairly confident a man like Jace probably won't be as stoic as me, and probably will be a little more frightened. You know?
And he says, "Oh,
Scream
I'm
for
sure,
his
I'm
mother
sure.
or something along those lines.
I'm sure." At that moment, the rest of you walk into the side there.
What was that about my mother?
Nothing. I go ahead and just put my little
Alright.
clockwork thing in my bag. I don't tell anybody about.
Slide a hand check.
Oh.
Dang it! I couldn't just do this before. Third and strong suit. You all are gonna see this one.
You
Third
see
and
him.
drops it. Let's see. Slide in 4. A
Okay.
whopping 4.
So you'd go to stick it in your pocket, right? And the little key sticks on the edge of your pocket, and you cannot get it into your pocket. But you get it like so. Nobody really sees what it is because it's small. It fits in his hand. But you see him trying to shove something in his pocket unsuccessfully for a second, and then he just acts normal.
Oh, all right. Well, Wiltix, do you have any goodies for us?
He's boxed them all up. He won't even let us see them. What is this? Act like
Oh,
we're friends,
my man.
Wiltix.
You give me your indignation now, but you'll be excited tomorrow.
I
Don't
know
worry.
one shop
Well-
I'm not stopping by tomorrow.
Hey, that's your decision.
Oh, don't listen to him. We're excited to see what you've come up with. I imagine you're going to show up all those caravans with your goods.
Let me just say, you're going to want to stop by. I have something
Of course we will.
very exciting.
Excellent. Well, we absolutely will. All right. Well, question for you, Wiltix.
Oh, go right ahead.
Well, and then I'll let my comrades. Do you know anything about the Underdark? I just thought I'd ask.
It's a right dangerous place, that.
Of course.
And it's quite a maze and a it's something that you don't want to go down there very lightly. Why do you ask?
I don't do anything lightly.
Well,
Touche, Master
you
Dwarf.
remember that? You remember that tunnel we had that was all caved in and such?
Oh,
back in the place?
aye. Oh, is that an entrance to the Underdark?
Yes.
For look at your
Yes.
wares, we'll tell you.
He gives you a more
and-
serious face, and he actually hops down off the table there, and standing next to you now, Theoden, and says, "Oh, lads, that's dark news indeed.
Indeed.
I pray that you all take precautions against anything coming out of that, especially if it's where I believe you said you thought the drow escaped, correct?"
Yes, that is our guess.
Well,
That's
it
where
seems-
they escaped and caved it in.
most likely he has some hidden highways that leads, at least, I would assume, far away from Hupperduke, if not all the way to the Kryn dynasty, and that's many
Yes.
many thousands of miles at this point.
And you can see the importance of us coming to see you, and of course this caravan. We need some mighty fine wares for our adventures.
Hey,
If you're set on going down there, then I would definitely suggest making sure you're well equipped. But be
Indeed.
very careful.
We got that, and we don't do anything carefully.
or quietly by that matter.
Fair, that's fair. All right.
Yes.
Well, my good friends, I am going to close up early today, as I have a busy day tomorrow and this week. But please, come tomorrow. Just bring your excitement.
I am plenty of
Bring my
gold.
excitement and my
Don't
coins.
hold
Well,
back
you'll
on
want
what you
that
wanted
too.
there, Wiltix.
You'll want that
Celtics.
too.
Before you leave, is there any chance that we might see I don't know, like a self-repairing chair or something that could easily be destroyed and then repairs itself?
He gets a
is good,
he gets
yes.
a distant look off. I don't think that that's something that's been done.
Wiltix,
But it's
you
worth
should
looking
definitely
into.
work on it. You should be working on that. I would pay some good gold to put that in my room for target practice.
He looks at you there and says, "Oh, I've heard. Put a nice big red and white circle on the seat there." He chuckles. He says, "All right, well, gentlemen, I will see you tomorrow." And so he jumps back up on the table and starts directing about, they haven't stopped, as these gnomes have been moving in and out of you, trying to pack things up and everything. But yeah, so with that.
As we start heading back towards the door, I'm just going to look back and kind of wink at him. Pat my pocket.
He gives you a knowing look back. So.
Hey, so what else did you guys find out? Wiltix he's closed up like a dwarven fort, protecting its adamantine. I just thought, oh, God.
Well, apparently, all that I can seem to put together is that this place is not to be messed with, not to be tampered with. We probably need to find a way to track where we're going, perhaps a way to see, as it's called the Underdark, and I know Jason and I can't see in the dark.
Yeah,
maybe some extra potions if we find them.
Don't you have those goggles or something?
I mean, I have them. I can use them, but we can't both use them at the same time. Unless we
Well,
want to cut them apart and use them as a monopoly.
What we can do is we can tie Jace to me. I will lead him around. I promise not to run him into anything.
I don't believe that one bit. I don't.
We can tie you to Rowan, but you just end up on the ground all the time.
Yeah, don't do that either.
No one's tying
all right.
anyone.
I think we should definitely look into finding something to help me be able to see for sure. The monocle idea. That's potential. That's potential.
Perhaps they'll have, Wiltix did say that there would be plenty of things at this market that we don't normally see, so maybe we can find some different, magical weapons and sorts of things that might help us. I think personally I'm going to be looking for a new bag that maybe holds some more things. I don't know what you can find.
Yes.
I've been looking for the same thing. But, so what do you say we all go drink then today? Huh? We go sleep, and then we come back to the festivities tomorrow. Ignore the Underdark, it doesn't even exist, we just...
My concern with it, I did hear Rowan say something about, skeevy people that might be trying to steal our money, and that personally, I don't want to be losing my money if I'm going to be spending it tomorrow. So if we're gonna do that, perhaps we go home so we don't have to worry about getting pickpocketed.
I agree.
Go home and drink at home.
Yeah,
that sounds very sad. I'm not gonna lie.
I have
drink.
I have a list I'd like to go over with y'all before we go. Some materials we might need to get. So
what you got, Monk?
We can do that once we get home. I'll have it in my room currently. So
have you checked it twice?
I have not checked it twice. No, I prefer to do things once.
You'll never know who's naughty or nice.
Prefer to measure once and cut once.
He prefers to punch more than once, but
I don't think I've heard that. I think it's measured twice from what I've
Not
heard.
if you do it right.
Hey, that may be why your little goon holder fits a little tight.
Hey, that was done for perfection.
Aye.
All right.
It
So
might be a little tight on you
home.
there, Thirded.
What you trying to say about me weight? Elf, I'll throw you across the whole carnival.
Start running ahead of him.
As you begin running off, Rowan, you hear
Rowan gets killed again. He gets jumped by another band of people. His girlfriend saves him.
As you begin running, you hear the fluttering of wings, and when flutters around you and says, "Ooh, Rowan, where are you running to?"
Away from Thirded, he was going to punch me.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, why not? Oh, you guys are not gonna believe it. There are so many fun things to see. I was exploring, and there are so many colorful things, and spinny things, and loud things. Oh, it's gonna. Oh, I'm just so excited to see everything.
You like the spinny things or the loud things more?
Probably the spinny things.
And were there new smells?
So many, and there was all sorts of colorful people.
Colorful people.
Oh yes, they had so many bright clothing. There was some colorful
Their
guards.
clothing was colorful. Not okay.
What's I mean? The people were colorful too.
Oh, they were?
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Is anyone's like I don't know why I imagined that she had like a light blue skin tone. Is that inaccurate?
She has a she doesn't have a light blue skin tone, but she does have like blue clothing and everything. Like
Gotcha.
kind of like northern ice coloring, like with flecks of gold and everything like that. So she's kind of like this northern frost pixie. So I mean, her name's Anwin Snowmist. So
What was the most exciting thing that you saw?
I'll have to show you tomorrow.
Okay, all right.
While he's running off,
Leave
Thurden
me
would be
hanging.
like patting his gut, making sure he doesn't look fat in his armor, and like, his original bravado would be gone.
Yeah.
Jace,
Yes.
does this plate make my butt look big?
Lord
He was
Fenton,
just
I
joking,
don't
right?
want to-
I look
He was.
I look
yes.
like a
he-
very fit dwarf, right?
And it's
Like,
not that plate that
Yeah,
makes your butt
very
look big.
fit.
It's all the other plates that we've had that makes your butt look big.
Wait, no, what? I will punch you across the entirety of Upper Duke, Kathleen.
You probably could. You know I'm joking though.
Anyway, come here,
Anwin
Jace.
floats by giggling about that comment.
I've got you something, Jason. Come here. It's a secret. Come here. Get in real close. I'm gonna show you
Yes.
something.
Lord.
Because we had
All
our
right.
little come to Ray meeting while we were talking in my forge. I'm
cool,
gonna
that.
share something with you. I got this magical item from Wiltix. It'll grant one
He thought he
wish.
boxed up all of his magical items.
Yes, and then I pull it out of my pocket and I show him this clockwork device.
Okay. Roll a deception check.
Oh, that one went out.
Jace,
I will take that 19. Give me a
You
sec.
can roll a insight
I-
check if you like.
I got a 19 with both of them. So 19 plus
I got a.
Good.
deception.
I got a
is plus
2. I'm all in on.
Jace is
I'm
all
like,
in. He is so
This is
trusting
incredible.
right now.
It grants wishes, you
It will
say?
grant one wish per person, and I wanted you
Any wish.
to get the second shot at it, just in case it breaks.
Wait, what did you wish for?
I can't tell you that now. It won't come true.
It's like a birthday.
Ah, yes, I've heard that. I think my mother used to say that.
See, that's what I was
Birthdays
saying
or
about your
something.
mother.
Yes,
But
that makes
anyway,
sense. Yes, you were
here,
saying that.
Here, you take it.
Something about my
now
mother.
you have to get real close and whisper to it, and you
What-
turn
why?
the key. Listen,
Okay.
because the
Okay.
magic is imbued. You have to turn the key and whisper real close into it and wait until the magic
What do I
happens.
whisper?
Whatever your wish is, but can't let nobody hear it now. Okay, Jess?
So Jace, you see this little device. It looks like a little cube with kind of like little plates, different things, and you can see in one side there's some gear sticking out of it, and a little like cone on one side, and then like a little
Closer.
key. And so Theoden turns it and puts it in your palm and
Closer,
tells you to look at
Jace,
it. And so
closer.
you hold it up to your face, and you can hear it, and it's like.
Hurry up! The magic's
And
gonna
also
go.
it's like-
You have to make the wish. Make the wish.
And this cloud of rainbow Technicolor light just erupts in your face, and you see
Yeah.
you see stars for a
Audibly
second.
scream.
I snatch it out of his hand as he does, knowing what's coming, and then I just stuff back in my pocket, chuckling. I will love to hear that.
Oh my lord! I'm going to kill you.
You see, you definitely see stars as you're like looking, trying to look around.
Oh heavens!
And it kind of the rest of you kind of see it kind of keeps this cloud of like colorful, sparkling like gas, like kind of rainbow RGB, just kind of around the person's head for about 5 seconds, and then it dissipates.
I can't.
This was worth every bit of the 2,000 of your gold I spent.
What? You spent what?
Oh, yes. You need
just-
to go see Wildix. You owe him some cash.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't trust you that much.
I do have the toy, don't I?
You do, and that's that. I'll ask him about that later.
All right, now where's that stupid big mouth bar at? Talk about my gut.
Can I throw a pebble at him?
roll an attack.
What do I add to it? Dex?
Dex.
Am I proficient with pebbles?
Are you proficient?
I mean, it would be an improvised weapon, so probably not. But you could at least get your Dex modifier.
It's just a 12.
Okay. So you throw it, and I mean, obviously, it just kind of like tinks off of his armor there.
Hey, there you are! Get back here, Rowan! Come here! I take off after him.
So as you all chase Rowan and Theoden back up towards the the hero's haven, is there anything anyone else wanted to do for the night?
Yes, when we get back to our... I
Hero's
can't
Haven?
recall the name. Yeah, Heroes
Heroes
Haven.
Heroes Haven.
When we get back to the H&H, from the H&H, to celebrate the H&H, I'm gonna pull out a list that reads Cobalt Souls Adventure List equipment, and go over it with everybody and just see what we need, and then possibly on top of whatever we're getting tomorrow, try to find that. So
I'd like to think before we get there and Theoden's chasing me, I pictured that like Brandon and we're going from place to place, and I'm like Misty stepping another place, and he turns the corner and I'm gone. He's like, what?
Yeah, for sure.
And then I see him
love
up
it, yeah.
ahead just a little bit and take off after. Like an old 90s cartoon.
Absolutely.
That's the Scooby-Doo hallway with the
Pink
doors.
Panther, Scooby-Doo. Yeah.
100%.
I know you mean it in jest, but I'm kind of temperamental about me way to run. Me mama was a big woman.
I thought that was something celebrated in the dwarven culture.
Hey, it is to a point. She met that point. But meanwhile, we shouldn't talk about anybody's mother. Jace would be, handicapped at that. Let's go back home. What?
Excuse
I'm
me?
sorry. What? What?
You're talking about my mother again?
Oh, what? Oh,
Oh Lord.
hey, what was that?
Let's get back to the Heroes Haven. I believe
Let's do that.
Lee has a list he wants us to look at.
This.
So
All right.
just some things to make sure we have. Does anybody have torches?
Hi.
We've got lots of torches.
What about
Yes.
candles?
I'm literally a walking torch.
I was gonna say we have a
Yeah.
torch.
What about
His name is Pete.
candles?
Do I have any candles? Let me check. Let me
no, I'm
I'm not
rummage
sure I
through my
have
stuff.
candles.
Jace may have some candles.
Do you want lavender
let me check real
scented?
quick.
Do you want?
Yeah, no, I've got
No,
my candles. I bought
Laurel.
some candles for my things, but we're not going to use that here.
I'm
If we're going to do that, we're
pretty
going to
sure that Pete
Just
was working on
vanilla?
some scented candles or something. I could
Something
smell
for
it
low
while I was
light
in me
if,
forge.
You don't know what I'm doing.
Some low light in order to be able to read or write in case anybody wants to do that while we're resting.
So should we just go ahead and pre-write a note that says "Here lies Rowan"?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I think he's just like trying
when
to
I'm
write his
sleeping.
like last will and testimony while we're dying.
If we do, we have to make sure to pin it to him because he'll probably. As long as we have Jace around, at least there'll have to be nothing left of him.
Hey, I don't think there's much left of him when he's walking. You've seen him. I mean, he was touching that wall that one time really weirdly. I don't know. Not
Does
much going
everybody
on
have?
upstairs.
That
I'm
was a
assuming we all have
fascinating wall.
bedrolls. I would know because we've been out before. I'm gonna go buy some extra rations. I know I'm running pretty low. Does anybody else need rations?
Got
I
You
about
could always
10
use
of
a
them.
few
I'm good.
more.
I think I've got 5. I need to buy some more.
Yes, I have
I've got 10.
10. 10 as well, yes.
If the
No, I
DM
have 10.
allows, since we just had 2 weeks, I had 3 potion, like 3 sets of potion supplies.
Yeah.
that
I
could
think
ferment into
we talked
potions?
about you got those. You were able to get those finished.
Yeah, can I have? Oh, okay, cool. Then I will. You said those were just like basic potions of healing.
Yes.
Do we have? I have parchment and ink and quill, unless anybody else wants it too. I'm also going to see if I can get a map case and some blank paper. Maybe create a map.
That's
Are you
pretty
any good at
smart.
creating
Excellent
maps?
idea, yes.
Should we hire someone to come along as a typographer?
Possibly.
Yes,
does anybody have block and
more
tackle?
people I have to worry
You got
about
anyone?
down there at the top.
Does anybody have block and tackle?
What?
What?
A block and tackle? It's used to
Yeah,
move
say it
heavy
again.
things.
I'll understand it the fourth time.
yeah,
say it. Go ahead and
You
tell me.
want a block and you want me to tackle it? I'm very confused as what's
Those are two
going on.
different things. You
Is it
can't do
shaped
both
like
those
a
things at
door?
once.
He'll tackle doors.
Is this is it like a game you
Yes.
play with odd shaped ball?
Is this some weird
I'm gonna
training
assume
you
we
want me
don't
to
have
do,
a block
Monk?
and tackle.
I used to
All right.
play block and tackle.
So,
as a
does
child.
anybody have any pittons and a
Yes.
hammer?
Any what? What?
Pittons.
Pittons, Pythons?
Pitten? Python? I don't know. How
Did
was
you
it
just
pronounced?
ask if we have a hammer?
I hope.
I gesture third.
Third has a
Got
hammer.
this.
All
I
right.
mean, what more do you need?
What about climber's kit?
You guys, I think Lee's going crazy.
We're going down. What is he talking about?
In case you have to climb down.
Oh Lord!
I've
Uh,
got some
I have
rope,
rope.
but they don't
I
have
will
rope.
hold the rope
Yes.
and you climb down. I
Rope
I
as
can
well.
jump. You
All
catch me.
So, does anybody have a grappling hook?
Nope, don't have one of those.
I'll
Okay.
throw.
What
Pete.
about a crowbar?
I might have
We
a crowbar.
could, in theory, have Pete transform into some sort of small, dense creature and then throw it.
He's already a small, dense creature. I can throw him.
True.
This is yes.
I start thinking through what I can transform into.
Pete,
All right.
Pete, dense is
Does
in,
anybody have a
like,
lantern?
Heavy, not dense is in like road.
And oil? Okay.
What?
A mess kit would be good to have. Who all has rope?
How far do you think
I
you could
have
throw a?
I
How
have
far do you
rope.
think you could throw a lizard?
Oh, I could throw you very far.
If I turn into a lizard, how far do you think it could throw me?
I would think the rope would weigh the lizard down as I threw it.
Well, we could
That's a
just
good point.
have him. If we're throwing
turn
him
into a
up,
bird.
we could just have him hold onto the rope, turn into a lizard while the rope is on his person, throw him up there, then have him throw the rope back down.
Hey, Monk, you've spent too much time reading books.
I'm
in
very
that
Can you
uncomfortable.
turn into a
library.
bird?
I'm very
Birds can
uncomfortable
fly.
with the thought of having a rope tied to me as I transform because all of my equipment melds into my body as part of my transformation magic. So, like,
becomes your
what would
tail.
that do?
Then do we have a spyglass?
Good Lord have mercy. We're
No.
listening
Let's
to-
just assume any of
We're
these
talking
crazy
about
things
being
I have
able
on
to
this list.
see.
These
and you want
next
me to look
ones
for
are
a
important.
spyglass?
The next ones are important. I know I have some. Do we all have water skins and wine skin? That next one's important.
I have,
I have,
one water skin that
no.
is water
I have-
and one water skin
I
that's
have
ale.
water. He does, yes. I have a water skin. It is just
Okay.
water.
I have a
Just-
water
just
skin as
water
well, but
skin.
what do we need?
I'm gonna assume y'all don't have the last one. I'll create a list
No.
to try to shop for tomorrow.
Okay.
Why do I
I'm
need
glad
wine?
you're looking for
As-
water skins and things. I'm gonna be looking for magical weapons.
Well, I
Yes,
will
I'm
also
looking for
be
magical
looking for
weapons and
magical
some way
weapons.
to see.
Why do we need wine? I got ale. It's much
Well,
better.
ale, wine, it's some sort of alcohol
Well,
that will kill the
I do
bacteria
prefer ale.
in the
Kill
water.
I do
bacteria.
prefer wine.
Whoa! You don't pour good alcohol into water. That's stupid.
I can heal you. If you do something wrong, I can.
I will make Jace
Oh,
use
yeah.
his stuff.
Yes. I have it. I have it for a reason.
Aye, but good eye on you, Monk, for making sure we're prepared to take on the entire world at once. For one,
We are ready.
I think we should celebrate the festivities we may go and enjoy by having some ale.
Well, I'm gonna have some coffee and
Or bean water, whatever
get
you
Chewy
got.
some milk, and I'm probably gonna go sleep,
You
friends.
should probably,
I'm
you should probably
excited.
start fattening that cat up. Just in case. Just in case.
Yes.
That was on your list,
Already got,
right,
he's put
Monk?
some weight on already.
Extra
I think we're getting
rations?
lazy.
I mean, I don't need rations if we're bringing the cat. Just saying.
The
Uh,
cat
yeah,
would
you
last
just-
you maybe a meal.
Yes.
Maybe
Trust me,
snack.
he can get you mice, and you eat the mice. It's excellent.
Why? When I have a fat cat right in front of me. Oh, that sounds horrible.
Well, the
Well,
cat
if you eat
can
the cat,
provide
you can't
food.
get more meals. You know.
Well,
Teach
the
him
thing
on
is
teach him
this
on the
would be the
fish.
time I could kill
Kill
the
fish
cat.
for a
'Cause
day.
Jace couldn't see me do it.
All right, so you all retire to the hero's haven. Theoden, you greet
I'll be right back.
your dear friends, the cooks, and have a wonderful night's meal with flowing ale and good food and and then retire to the gardens to enjoy the atmosphere before drifting off to your rooms to get a night's rest. All right. So, I think we're going to take our break just a little bit early tonight. So,
That's gotta find a bunch of items for us to buy.
nope. Short break, and we'll be right back.
preference of
guys.
ice cream.
All right, guys, we're back. Thank you for your patience. But the party has gotten a long rest, so make sure that you have your long rest if you have not already.
Change any spells you may need.
Change any spells you want, do whatever. And it is
What
day
should I do
one
in the
of the
break?
carnival. Not carnival, of the festivities. 'Cause it's not a carnival. It's not a traveling carnival.
It's a flea market.
So, was there anything you guys wanted to do before you headed down there?
I know I'd be stoked. I'd already be up, already have eaten. Probably
Probably the earliest Theoden has gotten up in a while.
never beat Pete there, but today I may have.
I was gonna wake up and meditate some since I get up drastically earlier than everybody else, and then go out and practice some different weapon forms.
I stayed up way too late.
Drawing the gun out of the holster.
Better call for help. Not
And he
for
plays shit
me.
himself. I've ran on this in real life, please.
I'll be your Uncle Barry.
Yes. All right, so you all awake the next morning, head down to the part where all of the carts, stalls, the people that have come with this caravan.
That you have
Set up.
nearly-
Your music is extremely loud.
Oops, sorry.
Yep.
There we go.
It's hard to hear you.
Thank you. Thank you, Noodle. I apologize.
Noodle keeping us honest.
That's all right. Appreciate it. Okay, so the party heads from the Hero's Haven and heads down to Hupperduke. Nice morning stroll through the forest of the mountains there. And you head down to where the caravan wagons and all the shops and booths have been set up. And there's bustling people everywhere, and you realize while work has not stopped completely in Hupperduke, you can tell this is a yearly event that a lot of people do get to go and participate in. As you approach, you start to see people with colored flags. You see citizens of Hupperduke, as well as some of the visiting people who have colorful like bandanas or scarves of flowing, colorful pieces of fabric, very bright, very boisterous, much different than the industrial kind of city that Hupperduke is most of the year. You start to see revelers and shouters, and you see somebody saying, "Welcome to the welcome to the coastal caravan," and you see, you start to see performers, but more than it's not your standard like carnival type atmosphere. It is that atmosphere, but it's like if tinkerers and gnomes and dwarves were throwing this kind of carnival. So not quite
This
like
is
loud
really
and
cool, friends.
boisterous like a purely dwarven celebration, but like
What
I
are you
said,
saying?
but like I said, if you had people who if you had people who are craftsmen and tradesmen, and it's almost like some sort of like trade show, but a bright celebration in the midst of it with a carnival like atmosphere.
So you definitely see probably a few dwarves with like a hat with 2 ales and like straws.
Oh,
100%.
I need to get
Yes.
one of those to put on me
Yes.
pink hat.
They've got like these big
Perfect.
fanny packs,
Yes, 100%.
and someone's trying to put on sunscreen on a little
Yep,
dwarf,
yep.
and he's running away.
Somebody walking around with
The little
like
dwarf already
white,
has a beard.
white on their nose,
Yep.
Hey, fine young men.
You see children, you see families, but mostly, like I said, this is a celebration of craftsmen, and so you see shops and you see people showing off their wares and you see people showing off crazy clockwork inventions that you have no idea what they do, and some of them zip up into the sky, and Anwin like follows those, like she's just flying all over the place here
Chasing
and there.
things.
Yeah, she is chasing things. She is wrapping herself in colorful banners. I mean, she is just giggling and laughing, and then playing pranks on people here and there as well. She's just all over the place. She honestly cannot even contain herself. So, but you see all of this going on, and where would you like to go first?
Gentlemen, before we go anywhere, I have this coupon, and I pull out the mug. I have this coupon for a free glass of ale.
Ah.
I've got to go get it, and then we can walk. I need my walking drink.
And
That
did you get
sounds
the
like a
name?
great idea.
The name of the company or this person? There, then.
I didn't. I'm guessing the glass would have some kind of identifying mark on it to let them know that I brought the
absolutely.
actual glass.
Absolutely. So,
I have no idea what this is. What is this?
he did when they arrived last week. He did find someone who was unloading casks of ale, and he was fortunate enough to convince them to give him a free sample. And they said it would be good for another drink when he brought the mug back. So
I've got to go get my coupon.
So you look at the bottom of this wooden mug, and it's got like a tree on it. And so
there's an actual tree.
And so you wander around and you see a pennant with the same symbol on it, and you finally notice in the hustle and bustle, you do see the same gentleman who gave you this last night, and he is sitting in this makeshift bar that's out at pretty close to the entrance, actually. And there's basically some barrels that are rolled up, and they have little casks around them for stools, and so there's these like kind of little tables sectioned off, and you see this makeshift bar across 2 or 3 other barrels, and he's behind it, and he's filling glasses already with some different things, and so you walk up to him, presenting the cup, and he says, "Oh yes, Master Dwarf, I'm glad to see you. I hope you enjoyed it.
I'm going to enjoy it a lot more today."
Perfect. In fact, let me get you your refill there. And he turns around and he gets one of the same barrels that you got from last night. And he sticks it over to you and he says, Thank you kindly, friends. And if the rest of your crew would also enjoy a glass, it'll be 5 silver a mug today. If you have any need of an order, if you want to buy more than a glass, buy a barrel, buy a keg. If you don't know if you have any kind of business or cellar, but they're on sale today. And he said, "My name's Dolan Forest Ward, and this is the Forest Ward Ale House, and glad to bring my craft to you today."
I lean over. Third, could you imagine having a barrel just at the hero's haven?
I have already thought about it, sir. What would a nice barrel of your best ale run me today for a returning customer?
For a returning customer, my first customer of the week, mind you. I think
maybe a repeat.
Oh, I should hope so. But for a single barrel of this, we'll run you 50 gold.
Thurston, how many barrels are you getting?
Hey, I'm gonna find out. I'll put it to you this way: I'm going to walk around the shops, see what other of these scallywags will take me money to give me good wares, and whatever I have left, I will come back. I will see you, and we're gonna make a deal. Would you make a delivery by chance if it may be purchased by the cartload?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I only brought, I brought a couple of carts here, so I don't have that much. But
You
we
may
are,
not
of
have to
course-
sell to anyone else.
we do have, of course, other customers that we did bring some.
Oh
for.
my.
Hey,
I
well,
mean-
just cancel with those customers.
Well, I have trade agreements with some of them, but I promise you'll be at the top of my list after them.
All right. I will come see you after you settled up your deals. We'll find some good ale in your stock and we'll purchase for sure. If you haven't heard, we are the heroes of Hupperduke. Yeah, I don't say it as fancy as the bard over there who likes to whisper sweet nothings about ale in my ear. Oh, thank heaven. It's like Morden's voice itself. But anyway, we have a nice little hidey hole up in the mountains, and I got a nice big kitchen that would look great with a few casks of your ale just sitting in there.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
What was this guy's name and company again?
It's Forest Ward Ale House. And like I said, he has a whole bunch of like the wooden, kind of cheap wooden mugs, but they have like a stamp on the bottom. Looks like somebody branded them with like a tree.
What's his name?
Dallin, Dallin.
Thank you.
I wrote him down because he's definitely
Yes.
a big
Sorry. Okay,
person
so
to
it was 50 gold pieces a cask. Sorry, 50 a cask, 100 per barrel. So like, when I say a barrel, I mean talking about a barrel.
A barrel, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So.
Cask would be like a,
Yeah. Cask would be, like sling it under your arm. Probably still weighs 50 pounds, but still, that kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, I could probably swing a barrel under my arm. I'm a Dawnbreaker.
So. Exactly.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna take my drink. Like, boys, I've got my sipping cup. I'm gonna take 2 sips
Yes.
and then down the whole thing.
All right. Perfect.
All right, that was short-lived.
It was a sip. It was a sip, Jace.
I've won this whale.
well,
but I'm
it's-
gonna.
it was
I'm
a
gonna
quick
So
sip.
if anyone else partakes, knock off 5 silver.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
I'm
that,
gonna
but I'm
get
not
a-
just gonna drink all of mine right now.
Oh, it's so good. It's
If
so
it's
good.
still morning, I'm sure I'm looking for a good cup of coffee.
Yes.
Okay.
I should
So
ask
you-
Alan if
so-
there's coffee.
So as you kind of meander past Dallin's setup here, you do find some other food vendors who are selling breakfast-type wares. And you see one who has a little cart. And it is, Rowan and Jace are just enthralled by this because it is
called
this
Moonbucks.
clockwork setup with pipes and steam coming out of it, and there's
It's
there's
beautiful.
there's like bubbling and all this other stuff, and he has
Jeez, is
like
that a-
pipes that come up and go around and go down, and there's like little bulbs of glass where
Smell it from here.
the coffee is shooting in and then it's coming down.
Oh,
into
so
this
can
little
I.
thing.
Did one of you pass gas?
And he
Not
is
yet.
he's selling these cups of something called cappuccino.
What a...
It's
I'll take one.
it's like a very strong small cup of coffee, but with like a foam on the top.
Jace didn't even ask the price. He's just like, I'll
I
take
want
one.
it.
It's the same
want
price as a bar of mithril.
How much for the entire cart?
Jace is
Can
like,
I hire
guys,
you?
I need to borrow some
I need you
gold,
at my
guys."
house.
So
I pictured like an actual coffee siphon. Have you seen that crazy elaborate? Like,
Oh,
all
yeah.
the-
that's
yeah.
pretty much what I'm going for.
It's
That's
like
kinda
a
what I was
vacuum
picturing as well.
Seal and
Yes,
it like
there's vacuum
gets a certain
pumps
temperature
and
and it heats up
all
and
sorts
it.
of stuff. There's steam coming out one side, and yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Something from the Willy
And
Wonka
so he's,
thing.
but very, very makeshift clockwork style, kind of, steampunk little cart, and he's passing out these little cups of coffee, and he's just
All right, I'll try.
and so he
I'll cheers him.
hands, yeah, he hands you one, and he's like, oh, thank you very much. That'll be That'll be 10 silver, please.
Gosh, worth it.
All right.
It's not expensive in my drink.
It was excellent. Yes. What was this called again?
Oh, this is a special blend of coffee and some other things and some foam on top. I call it a cappuccino.
It's amazing.
Oh,
I
thank
lean
you,
over
sir.
and I just say,
I am a
"Did he just
fan."
Did he say a crapperino?
I think someone pooped in their cup. They're about to drink some disgusting stuff. It looks like it too.
Is the beans the famous luwak coffee? It tastes delicious.
I don't know about that, but I do have my sources, mind you.
Oh. Well, thank you, good sir.
Tastes like a little bit of.
I did enjoy. Might I get a cup to go, please?
and some
Oh,
milk.
yes,
Oh, you
absolutely.
did a design in the top of it.
Oh, it's a talent.
It's impressive.
You see,
There's a
like,
bird in mine.
You see, yeah,
There's
exactly.
poop and a bird in his cup. I don't know. Why would they even?
Doing?
That's disgusting, Pete. And they think we're weird by the way we eat our breakfast in the morning. Good night.
So he hands you the coffee, and you walk around, and it's hot, so you're like. But okay, so as you go through, you do also see, besides, you haven't quite made it to the shops yet, but you do see other activities that are going on, and you see what you come across first is a test of strength, but it's not just for one person. It looks like a team-based competition. And you see, it's this cart that has come up, right? And there's actually this kind of contraption that has been unloaded off of it. And what it looks like is kind of like one of those things that you would see on a dock, where it's something that would lift heavy items and place them onto a ship. Okay, so it kind of looks like almost like the winch crank system of a lift system or something like that. But it's smaller and it's compact. But you see there's like this platform and there's like huge chunks of stone sitting on them. And you see there's this on two sides there's a crank that comes off of this contraption. And there's what looks like three places for people to turn this crank, and it's like it kind of looks like a crankshaft, right? So there's like one, and it kind of like one across, then it kind of goes up, and then it goes over, and it comes down, and it goes another. So it's kind of like almost like that kind of like bicycle effect, or like an engine crankshaft where it like it does that, and you see currently these two teams who are just they're like heaving and hoeing and you notice somebody roll a perception check.
Oh yeah, Thurden would perceive this. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, 18 plus 0, 18.
Okay, so you notice that so you notice that it's they're spinning this crank about 5 revolutions, and you see that the kind of platform of stone raise about an inch or two from just the 5 cranks. So it looks like it's not only strength but also kind of endurance to see how far you can get it up. And you see kind of like this like timer, this like little clockwork timer going, and there's the measurements to see how high they could get it in the set amount of time. So as you see it, the two teams finish, and there's cheers, and one of them gets it up about 3 feet off the ground, and another one gets it about like 3.5 feet off the ground.
You boys want to help out? I mean, I could do it all myself, but I need possibly a couple of you to hold something.
I'll help out.
Sure. Let us show them what the heroes of Habaduke have.
Oh, Jace, you getting your hands dirty, huh?
So
No offense,
able to
Pete,
help.
but I need a little bit of height to turn this thing. It's okay.
okay. So you all
Rowan, you're not the
step
best
up.
at even standing on your legs. I don't know about your strength.
How do I give a bardic disadvantage?
I would like to hex.
Arctic desperation.
I would like to hex Thurden and strength checks.
Strength ability.
Yes, 100%.
I roll my sleeves up, walk up. All right, so how do I stomp this 3.5 feet into the dirt here?
Okay. So as you step
I think
up,
we're
you
trying to
see-
go up, not down.
As you step
I
up
know
to
that.
this kind of area where there's this competition going on, you do see one really tall, lanky human who's standing there, and he seems to be the one who's kind of operating it. And he turns and says, "Ah, looks like you have a team ready for this competition. Good sir.
Of course.
The team, sir.
The
Not just
team.
the-
Oh, we have a challenge here." He says, "Well, if we have
We're
a
losing
challenge,
this
we need to."
hardcore, just
We need to have a fitting challenger. And he says, who would challenge this team of this dwarf and human and elf? And you hear this, small crowd, but they're getting bigger as the crowd's getting bigger as you there, and you hear this, you hear this kind of group being like, "Oh yes, we'll take the challenge," and you see a human who's pretty large, right? He looks like he's about 6 inches taller than Jace, and he's just kind of like thick cut. kind
Go
of
for
thing.
good genes.
And he said, and he has another guy with him who's a little shorter but kind of looks stocky. Like they both look like workmen, to be sure. And then you see with them is another dwarf, actually. And so so they step up to the other side as you and have a contest of strength. So.
I
if
go
you
shake
will-
their hands first.
Oh, absolutely. They step up and they're saying, "Oh, it's good to see you," and so
Hey.
Best
Step
of luck
up.
to you, friends.
and
Rowan,
all right,
maybe we challenge them. Maybe like you and I, and we get one other person. We challenge them so that if there's any winnings, we still win. What do you think?
Rowan, make a perception check. Colin, you can make one too.
That's a 18 plus 5,
Okay.
so 23.
You see a little ways in the back. You see some money changing hands. As
They seem to be
There's
placing some bets. in
some
the
wagers
background
going on in the background.
to win. I don't think that it's like whoever wins just gets some coin. I think that it's all about bets. Pete. So, how confident are we in this?
Well, you could inspire some.
I'd
of
say
our team
Theoden,
if you do it quietly
you're
enough.
already there, like in place. Theoden and Jason
Yeah.
and Lee.
I'm just laughing in the background.
Yeah.
Are you? Hang on. Are you drinking a cup of popcorn?
That is 100% what it looks like.
Goldfish.
Goldfish, dude.
Absolutely.
It takes up less space than a bowl, but yeah.
How do you eat? Do you eat your goldfish? Do you not drink your goldfish? That's a silly question,
Why not?
Austin.
I'm sorry.
Anywho,
All right, Rowan, were you trying to do anything with that?
Yeah, I'd like to place a bet.
All right. So you
Against
turn
my
around,
fellow
turn
companion.
around and kind of against your team.
No,
You
no,
better
no.
bet high. I'm gonna make you lose so much money.
I don't know.
Where's my weighted dice at? Let me get that thing.
Me and Theoden are the only one with positive
I
modifiers.
won.
Yeah, I know. I have 0. But I don't have negative.
The monk
That's
is
better.
the second strongest in the group.
Yes.
Yep.
All
Then
right.
I'm gonna
So
play-
-1.
I'm the only
Yeah.
strength base.
50
guy we
gold.
have.
for us.
50 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
100 gold.
100 gold. Okay, so you guys put it down, and the people who are taking the bets are like, all right. And so you all step up,
And to the team going against us, you have to let me know if this is allowed. Okay, if this is not something that could be done, I think Roman would know that. But what's the people look like?
So the people that you're going against are one really large human, and who looks, and then another human that's shorter but still pretty stocky, because they look like workmen, like like they're doing a lot of manual labor kind of thing. And then you see another dwarf.
Oh, they don't stand a chance. Look at him. He looks like all he's been doing is eating donuts in the morning and hasn't worked out a single day. He's larger than who was it? Than Thurston's mother. What did you talk about earlier? And this is the part where you can tell me, like, Rowan would know that this wouldn't be allowed, but I'd like for that to be a vicious mockery, if possible. Now, if you're going to say this is going to cause a fight, and Rowan would know this would cause a fight, would not do it.
Roll another perception check. Or if you want, you could roll a stealth check instead.
I thought you were trying to sway the crowds, and I was like, you're doing it the wrong way.
No.
The other way.
So stealth with that is a 23.
Okay. So while there are, it is a carnival-like atmosphere, you do see, and you have seen, some of the guards around, like normal. But there's enough people in here, you feel pretty confident that you could cast this in such a way that no one would notice.
Okay. I'm not trying to do damage with it, but I was just trying to give him disadvantage and pull him back. I know it's only on the next attack roll.
You see him instantly die. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was like, holy crap! This got interesting real quick.
It's more to bring his his morale down, take him down a peg.
Okay. What's the roll on that? Is it a roll or is it something that you cast?
DC 15.
Is there a
it's
DC?
an attack.
Okay,
DC
what's
15.
Oh, DC
Roll it.
15. 15 wisdom.
Okay. So you see the smaller human kind of look to the side for a second, and he looks a little confused. All right. So the three of you start rolling. Give me a strength check, please.
I was going to bonus action Bardic Inspiration, Theoden.
Except
he's already up
Don't
there.
need it, baby!
He's already up there. So
Actually, I just rolled a 19 plus 0.
I rolled a 4. I rolled a 3 plus 1, so
Give
4.
me a nat 20 plus 4, baby!
so you've got Jace, who's closest to the machine, and then Theoden, who's in the middle, and then you've got Lee on the end, and the guy says, "Go!" and Jace and Theoden both just power through it, and Theoden is like going on. Lee misses the bar for the second. It gets out of his grasp for a second, but he gets back on it, and starts to go with the next round.
Sounds like real life for me.
Can I holler over at them real quick?
Hold on,
Seth?
I gotta roll for them.
Yeah, you're good. Roll low.
Okay,
I
so
want my
you
nat
roll.
20 to matter.
So you see, you get in your cranks and it rises up about 6 inches, and you see theirs is just barely like about 2.5, 3 inches off. You've already got a good lead on them. All right, give me another strength check.
Can I holler at him real quick?
Yeah, easy enough.
Yes.
Can I just like be like, "I loser buys the next person around at Hearth Hammer."
You should have said the other place that you like, the new one.
The forest.
Having a +4 is so nice.
The forest.
I
Except,
rolled a 19 this time, plus 1, so dirty 20.
Oh, nice. And Jace figures out just the right place to get the leverage, and we're gonna change it to the wisdom, right? No.
Yeah.
Nope.
How wise he is at grabbing the bar.
Okay.
That'll be a 14. 14. Still not bad. 14.
Okay, so you
Okay,
guys
not
had.
bad, not bad.
So you guys
I
had
got-
what now?
It looks like a dirty 20, a 14, and then an 18 for me.
Okay, so this time you see the other team. They get their stride and they get in their 6 inches, but you've still got the advantage, and you've got your another 6 inches on them. So you've got about a foot now, and then they've got about about 9 inches or so. All right, so go for it. Another one.
Oh, another 19. Another dirty 20.
I got a dirty 20 as well. I got a 16 plus 4.
That'd be a nat 1.
Oh,
Ooh. All right.
Oh.
So, but you got you said you got another dirty 20.
I
What
got
else?
a dirty 20 as well.
Yeah.
I
Dirty
got a
20,
six-
dirty
I got
20,
a
nat
16 16 plus 4.
Okay. All right. So this time Jace slips off of the bar because you guys just both crank into it really, really strongly. Jace, roll a dexterity check.
Oh, no.
That's your song suit, right?
Neither of these
Not
are
really.
strong suits.
That's gonna be an 11.
Okay. You don't get hit in the face by the bar.
Good.
That's great news.
You managed to get your hands back on it.
Yeah.
Oof, they're not rolling well. So, you gain with the 220s. You do still gain another 6 inches. You see them; they only gained about 3 inches this time. So you guys are a full 6 inches ahead of them.
You're at about a foot and a half.
Keep
they're at
going.
a foot.
Another string check.
Oh, that one's not as good. That one's not as good. I'll take. I got a 14. Seven.
And 8.
I got a 7.
Okay.
Oh,
no.
So this time you guys only get it about 3 inches up, and the other team gets 6 inches on you, and so
Back to
they're
3
about
inch.
they're
inch
about
lead.
no, you still have about a 9-inch lead
Oh, okay.
as opposed to a whole foot.
Okay.
All right, go again.
Another 19.
I got 17.
9.
Okay.
9.
Just
All right, so this time both of you continue cranking away, and you both get 6 inches on it this
it
time.
rolled.
All right, go one more.
I'm rolling the big Star Spangled Banner dice.
Yes.
Ooh,
Take it.
And 14.
18
right.
for me.
so this time the other team, they start powering through it. They actually get 9 inches off on theirs, and get closer to you, but you guys still manage to get 6 inches off of it, and the time ends, and you guys are still at 6 inches above them, but you get to about a good chunk off the ground there. But yes, so there's much cheering and huzzas, and
We
you
just
all.
made some money.
Rowan, you got back Cone of Silence. You get back 200 gold, and Pete, you get back 50 gold, or you get back 100 gold. So you basically doubled your money.
So I add 100 gold.
Correct.
Yes. As I bet 100. Yep.
So you bet 100, you get an extra 100 back. So
Yep.
all right,
Well
so
Put it in my
done.
coin
That
purse.
was the heroes of Huppaduke, everyone.
I give Lee a high five.
all right.
I just
Um,
kind of look at Jason, shake my head.
Let's see. All right, so the three of you,
I got us the first lead.
the
all
three
right.
of you, the three of you roll a
I
Constitution
have my
check.
back in that one, actually.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Okay, another thing I'm pretty good at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Nat 20
same.
now.
Yeah. I have pretty high concentration actually for a monk.
I got 15 total.
I got 16.
Oh, yes, I'm at a 22.
Okay.
Nat 20, though.
All right. So yeah, you guys are fine. You know, you didn't pull anything. Your arms aren't fatigued. You're good to go. So.
Jace, maybe if you'd have done more, you would have felt worse. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Did you see me there in the beginning?
It looks like you
threw
didn't do
that ball.
anything. No wonder you feel so good,
didn't.
Jace. You didn't even have to
I
pour
mean, I feel great.
for half of that.
I
It was
was
just
too,
that,
you
that
know,
cappuccino you had earlier making me feel great.
it was. It gave me a good jump right there at the beginning. You know, after that, I felt like I did my part.
I should have had beet.
I don't think it would have done much better. I'm not entirely sure I can
Been
even
riding
reach
around
that
on the
bar.
bar.
All right, so you
Just-
move
just hold on.
along to the next booth here, and you see an odd sight. Okay, you see a clockwork chicken who is playing chess against all comers.
It's-
And he has just beaten this aged gnome who is like kind of cursing under his breath there, you know, as he gets up and walks away. And you see another gnome with this kind of fiery red hair who's like, "Oh, step up! Anyone think they can take on my Meccano chicken? I'd like to see you beat him in a game of chess."
This is not third and strong suit right here. He wouldn't even know what the game is.
Fine.
It's
All right.
dragon chess. It's dragon chess.
You can explain it all you want. Third and strong.
Well, I grew up playing chess. I suppose I could give it a go.
All right, so
Is chess more of an intelligence-based game, or do you have
That's. I'm not sure, honestly.
you know, it's I will give you either the knowledge or or intelligence of the game, if you will, or the wisdom insight of strategy. So you may go wisdom.
Excellent,
Or
I'll
intelligence.
play.
So,
Can we bet?
it is 5 gold to play.
All right.
And for that, Theoden, you do Theoden and Jace and Lee. You all receive a wooden token as your prize
Excellent.
with
Okay.
the symbol of a tree on it.
Oh man, I'm going back to
Free
do this
L.
a few more times.
So, yes. Oh, sorry. Also, it was 5 gold entry fee for that as well. So if you'll mark
So
off
take
half of that.
5 gold.
Yeah.
Or a 5 silver drink.
Hey, they're making money off of it somehow, right? And
I don't
and you
care
got a
shit
feat of
about
strength.
It's about destroying them.
So,
It's a never-ending token. I mean, you just keep getting.
It just keeps being a token.
So I'd have to get 10 drinks.
It's always a token.
It's a never-ending token.
It's always a token.
all right. So it's a 5 gold to play the chicken.
Okay.
Jace, you're gonna have 5 checks. Okay. So go ahead and roll your first check.
Oh, replace
Did you
the
say it was
Can
wisdom?
we place a bet against the chicken?
Yeah, you can absolutely place a bet. In fact, the guy, the gnome, the fiery red-haired gnome, who introduces himself as Larry Rockbinder.
Larry.
Larry
Rockbinder.
All right, Larry.
Rockbinder.
I've always wondered why you could choose proficiency in a game.
Yeah.
And now I know. We could have been proficient in Dragon Chess and won some
Yeah.
gold.
Could be.
Mine
But
is-
instead,
a
we
dice
said
set.
instead you chose something like leatherworking or something lame. You could
I
be
chose-
proficient in a game.
I chose dice set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
okay.
proficient in playing cards.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
I'm proficient with
Wait till we find that
calligraphy
Hold'em
supplies
table.
and leatherworking.
So
I
you
think I almost did
chose
choose Dragon Chess.
I'm the worst
All
at
right,
games,
anyway.
let me tell you.
Is it a wisdom check?
I'm gonna.
So
I'm gonna go
anyone
ahead and
anyone
throw down.
betting on it can bet some money on it.
I'm gonna
I would
pull
bet.
two-
I'm gonna bet
Go ahead. Go ahead.
50 gold on the chicken.
Okay. All right. 50 gold on.
I'm gonna slap Jace on the
Can
back.
I do a sleight of hand to see if he notices?
That it's on the chicken or on the.
That I'm betting against him.
So basically, this Larry has one of those little like boxes, right? And it has like the challenger and the chicken, right? So you put your bet into the side that you want to bet for. Okay, so you're putting 50 on the chicken.
I slap Jace on the back. I take 200 gold.
So can I do a sleight of hand though to see if I can do it when he's not looking?
And I drop it in on Jace.
200.
Oh, that's
on
not
this.
good.
All right.
That's only 11.
I hope that was a wise move.
You get it in there. You're not sure how stealthy it was, but
Kind of loud, but you know.
ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Oh, was
anyone else?
that the wrong box? Oh well.
Anyone else?
I just dropped my 200 gold in
I
there.
don't feel like I know enough about this game to put money on it. No hard feelings, no Jace.
I had Pete. It's Jace. He could do it.
So you know Jace so this Larry Rockbinder says, all right, there is your entry fee, but if you manage to beat the chicken, you'll get a portion of the winnings of the bets.
Ah,
So
understood. Well, let the games begin.
all right, so what was your first roll?
All right, that would be a 16.
Okay, so you
It was wisdom, right? That's what we said.
wisdom or intelligence.
Okay.
So you
Chicken's
make your
got
first
like a
move.
+8.
And the chicken reaches out and it's like that, and like kind of picks a piece up with his beak and sets it down. It's a good counter move, not sure. Second roll.
17.
Okay. You make another move. Chicken makes another move. You start to see like you might have a good play there. So next.
Ooh, nice. 20. Unnatural. Dirty.
Let's go.
You do make a good roll, and you get another of your pieces in position. You're feeling pretty confident. All right, another roll.
I mean, did you say you had to make 5?
13.
5, yeah.
With that, it's kind of ebbing and flowing, and the chicken takes one of your pieces. You took one of his previously, but he takes one of yours now, and is playing to his strengths. All right, and it comes down to it. It's a hard fought battle, but next roll, and final roll.
Yes, 19.
All right. So you manage to outwit the mechanical chicken.
What?
And you're
Yes.
very fortunate.
I should have placed some money on
I
this
beat the chicken.
And he says, you've played this game before. Very good, my friend.
Indeed, I have.
And so you were able to take the day. And so let's see. So Theoden, you put 200 down?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you get 100 back. So you put in 2 and you got back 3, so you get an extra 100.
I was like, wait, I lost.
No.
Not won.
Jace, you get 200 gold for beating him,
Nice. All right.
and Lee, you're out 50. So
Yeah.
They're actually out 100.
And
They
I come
charge
back, I'm
you
like,
more.
so
I
you
suppose I
don't
should
get
tell
anything
dear
back.
old mom and dad, thank you for forcing me to stay in and play
There
that
was-
game all day.
There was other people who were betting as well. So
Oh, this
All
can't be
right.
that hard. If he can beat the chicken, I probably can too. I'm gonna-
you're gonna do it too. All right.
I'd like to take my
Step up.
entire thing and bet on the chicken.
What's your passive perception, Austin?
What's your passive?
Yeah, I'd like to do
Roll another
another.
bet on the
My
chicken.
passive perception
like-
is 15.
Okay,
I'd like to do
alright.
another sleight of hand and bet on another. I'm gonna go 100 this time. Try to win back my money.
Okay.
And I lean over to Pete.
Are you
and
betting
I go,
on him or the chicken?
The
I
chicken.
lean over,
Okay.
lean over to Pete and I go, bet on the chicken. No, go
I'm-
sit down.
I'm gonna bet another 200 gold
Yeah.
on the chicken to beat Rowan.
That was
So is anyone betting for Rowan at this point?
that was 18
You know what?
on
I'm gonna
sleight
come
of
up
hand.
and I'm gonna put 100 for Rowan,
Okay.
and
all right.
I'm gonna pat him on the back like, "You got this, buddy."
Was that guidance?
He'll open with the Queen's Gambit. You got him.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, the Queen's Gambit, of course.
He has no
I would like to
idea.
recall my bet.
That's way better than the King's Gambit. I thought that was.
It is actually. It is.
I think you're right. I
You're
don't know
right,
that much
actually.
about chess, but I think you're right.
I'm so conflicted because I don't know if I should bet for Rowan against the odds to make more money or what.
Then the
Right,
the
that-
Princess's Gambit. That's another one he could have done, but
All right. So you're doing
All right,
see.
then. All right.
Jace did
And
100.
and as I walk away, I just tap it and cast guidance. And walk away.
Okay.
The chicken or on
a
Rowan?
Sleight of hand.
Oh, he's about to get caught cheating.
Oh no.
Yeah, dexterity is not a strong suit.
Oh gosh.
Nothing but wisdom is. That's the only reason I bet
I know.
on
I
him.
know. I have one. That'll be an 8.
Okay.
It came out of my dice tray. I feel like it would have been better if it had stayed in.
All right.
You only count the ones that stay in.
Oh yeah. See, I should
Mine
probably
jumped out.
probably a
You're gonna
nat
get a
one
nat
now.
one.
Yeah.
So hold on.
Oh, it was worse.
Yes.
Okay. So you reach out to do that, Jace, and the young gnome actually reaches up and bats your hand away. But he says, "Hey, listen here now. None of that.
Excuse me,
swearing."
sir.
yes, I'm listening.
Do not question how I lay my hands on my comrades.
I think
This is a
he's
very
cheating.
open area.
This is.
I think
yes.
he's cheating. That's disadvantage for the bard.
So, all right. So make your first roll. Awesome.
Watch him
Gladly.
roll like 3 nat 20s right here. Just take all of them.
I mean, I have money on him either way.
18.
Okay. So you make a good move. You feel pretty confident in your opening move.
Hey, good move. Way to counter the Queen's Gambit.
I didn't
Next
know
one.
these things moved. Okay. Do I roll my second one now? So
Yes. Roll your second one.
It's so great to have Austin there.
18 again.
All right.
Oh.
So you start off strong, and you're able to take a few of his pieces.
Boys, I think we're about to lose some gold.
Yeah.
The Princess Gambit. Did you like that one, Jace?
All right. Make another one.
Very well played. Yes.
Uh-oh. 6.
Okay. So he takes a few of your pieces this time.
Oh, bad move. Don't let him have the pointy one.
Fair trade. Sometimes you have to not do well to do
All right.
Here we
make
go.
Make your fourth one.
6
How
again.
chess works.
All right. This time he takes some more of your pieces. You both have taken about equal amount of pieces, and it's kind of down to this.
Don't worry, I've got them right where I want them.
I hope so.
20. It's either nat 1 or nat 20. That's all it is right here.
19.
Okay.
Ah, you sing,
you-
Rowan.
You happen to see the flaw, and you're able to defeat the chicken.
Yes.
That is right.
There we go, Rowan.
Stupid chicken.
All right. So this time, Rowan, you
Excellent.
get 100 gold, or you get 200 gold.
Aaron, how much money did you put on this?
I put 200
Okay.
You put 200 on the who though?
on the chicken.
That's right. So
I mean,
you
I meant
lost-
Rowan. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
no, yeah, I knew it was a chicken.
Yeah.
I believed in you.
And who put 100 on Rowan?
I put
did.
I put 100 on the chicken.
I know.
So yeah.
Jace put 100 on
Jace
Rowan.
did.
So Jace,
I
you
did,
get,
yeah.
So Jace, you get 50 back. So you get a.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you did not lose any money. You gained 50
Add
money.
50, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We
Okay.
did it. Thirden, why do you seem so
Yes.
upset that I
So
I
those
won?
of you that bet
Yeah,
against
Thurden,
lost.
he played a great game. Why are you so upset over there?
Can I snatch the wooden token from Jace?
You can have
So
it if you'd like.
so
I don't
yes.
want to take. I want to snatch.
Is
it
this
from
for the coffee place? Did I get one for the coffee place?
Nope.
The Kappa
he says-
Rambe?
So
that
so he says, "Aye, you got your choice of reward tokens here," and so he gives you one for that. I mean, you all obviously made money off of it too, but
Yes. Thank you.
um,
I like
can't
that.
have-
That's
I cannot believe I just beat the chicken.
I can't either.
Yeah.
Hey, I have.
He
I have
rolled.
a
He rolled
plus
pretty
2.
bad a couple times. So. All right. So. You all continue on your way, and you do come across now some of the vendors, if you will.
Oh, now we do.
And you come across one first.
I have more money now.
Yeah,
You do.
exactly. So.
Yeah.
So you come across one first, and it is what looks like a weapons merchant, actually.
Hello, sir.
Perked up.
Weapons, you say?
And
Hello,
you
good sir. What do
see, you see a fair amount of simple weapons. You see, they're very well made. Expert craftsmen, if you will. The forging and crafting of them is nice, and it's slightly different than ones that you would see in the region here. They have more of kind of a like any of the blades kind of have more of like a curved blade, more like a cutlass as opposed to a straight sword. You see other items here and there, and then you do see behind the purveyor, who is a human wearing bright yellow and green and red shirt, just very bright, and has shockingly blonde hair. This is kind of tall, lanky human. He says, "Welcome to my shop. What can I do for you?"
Do you have any magical weapons? I see you have the normal things.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yes.
Is there
I was
any
wondering
that
as
you'd
well.
be interested in?
I'm looking
You have
for
a efficient quiver.
Lord.
Efficient quiver. I don't believe that I do. I just have weapons here, mind you.
A hammer.
You do see some hammers, but not within the magical section, if you will.
Of course I don't.
I've got this scimitar here that I'm looking to perhaps upgrade something else for. Do you have any +1 scimitars? Any magical
don't-
items?
As a matter of fact, I don't. However, I have these items here, and he reaches back, and you see there is a staff. It is this kind of gray and blue cerulean staff, and on the top there is a small dragon claw, curved, and looks like it's made out of like ivory or something like that.
Yes, sir. What could you tell me about this this staff?
Call that
Oh.
thing.
Well, this
Over
is
there.
a nice rare staff here. It's
Of course.
it imbues the user and gives them an advantage on. It gives them a bonus on their attacking and their spell casting, and then with a little bit of a radiant bonus on a critical hit.
I'm interested. How much do you have on this item?
Well, this current item, it's like I said, quite rare, mind you, and it runs 1,500 gold.
And can I ask what the like, is it a staff of
It's
something
a
something
staff
so I can look it up?
of the Ivory Claw. And it is a +1 bonus to attack rolls and spell damage. And then if you score a critical
Okay.
hit, it takes an extra 3d6 radiant damage
Holy cow.
on a critical hit.
All right. Is this the? Do you have anything else of this sort?
Oh, this is the finest in this kind of casting realm, if you will.
Of course.
I do also
All
have
right.
this wand, this magic wand, and he pulls
Alright.
out this wand, and you see that you see this wand, and it's got what looks like a laughing face on it. He says it is a wand of smiles. Not quite as useful as the other, but it's quite fun to use.
And what
I
does
think
it
you
do?
had my interests better with the first one. But anyway.
The wand is 300 gold.
I see. All right, and so
What does the
kind of
wand do?
repeat, I do
It's a
like
wand of
the,
smiles.
I'll just look that up.
Yeah, just look it up.
Somebody
I
has to
have
beat a
it.
DC of 10 or smile for a minute.
Yeah. Painfully sometimes.
That's awesome.
None of you get that. I ban that from this group.
I may be purchasing it now.
So the staff. What could I walk out of here with it for today?
Well, I feel like that's a right fair price. I mean, you could. I don't know. I mean, you make. How do you persuade him? And roll a persuasion check.
All right. I'll give you 1,300 gold right now.
Ooh.
Ooh. That wasn't half bad.
Roll a persuasion.
And that would be
check.
23.
Okay. He looks at you and he says, "You seem like a decent fellow, and I feel like this is a little more up your alley than some others. So I'll tell you what, 1,300 it is.
Done.
All right. You may now add a staff of the ivory claw to your thing."
Okay.
He says, I also have this. Well, it's not really a weapon. It is more in the martial items here. It's a good defensive item. And he pulls out this shield.
A shield, you say?
Oh, yes. I see, Master Dwarf. You do look like you enjoy the more armored. You are the more armored individual of the group here.
Aye.
Is it a shield of smiles? The wearer's forced to smile while holding the shield.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
cursed
no,
item,
no,
guys.
no.
It's cursed.
No, not at all, not at all. But it is a much rarer item, though. But it's quite useful indeed. And
Right.
what you see, Theoden, is a shield. It's not large, so it wouldn't definitely wouldn't be overly large for you to hold. Obviously, you're stronger if you could hold whatever shield, but it's more of like a small buckler kind of looking shield. It is all metal and has some very nice kind of like metal bands running around it. And then you see in the center of it is this nice inlay. And the inlay is this dark black metal. Intricately detailed. And it is in the shape of a hammer with a lantern in front of it.
Aye, what can you tell me about the shield?
Oh, well, like I said, it is a pretty rare item here.
Yeah, I hear your salesman pitch. Tell me about it.
Well,
What's it do?
this particular shield was made by a master craftsman in Port Zoom.
Aren't they all?
We have a massive temple to Moradin, the All Hammer.
Aye.
And this was made by one of the masters there, a dwarf, in fact, of some repute. The inlay, this black metal, is the rare adamantine.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Don't worry, guys. It's only going to be 12,000 gold. Don't worry about it.
However, it's a small amount, so it's not necessarily a full adamantine shield. However, there are some other special properties.
Hey.
This particular item is known as the Genesis Animated Shield.
Well,
This is good.
This shield,
seems
when
lovely.
worn and attuned by the user, will float around the user in such a way that frees both of your hands to be used, whether by a large two-handed weapon or two smaller dual-wielding weapons, but will act as a shield for you for 1 minute. With the inlay of the adamantine, any critical hit made against the person has a chance to negate the critical hit on a roll of 11 or higher. When it's not attuned, it's just a regular shield. But when attuned, while it doesn't provide quite as much protection for the AC, it does give you the opportunity to wield those, multiple weapons or the larger weapon, and then also it does help negate those larger incoming blows. So, for intents and purposes, Theoden,
It's probably got a +1 instead
it's a
of a +2
+1
AC.
instead of a +2 to AC when attuned. If you're just holding it and it's not attuned, it's just a regular +2 shield. It doesn't do anything else. It won't do any of the extra stuff. But when it's attuned, it's
Oh, so when
+1.
I animate it, it becomes the +1, right?
Well, when it's attuned. So, in order to be able to animate it, it has to be attuned. And then you have as a bonus action, you can basically speak the command word to make it hover around you in your space for a minute.
I'm gonna regret this. Alright, how much you looking for your shield?
Well, for you, good dwarf.
I remember I am a follower of Moradin himself, alright?
I
Don't rip
see
me off
this.
on something that's such
A mere
fine
2,500 gold.
Of course you did.
How much are you short, dwarf?
Yeah, Thurman, you seem like you probably really want this thing. If you need any extra money, let us know.
I
Yes.
already have $200.
I'm quite happy
200
with
gold
that.
pieces stuff slapped into his hand.
I don't. Technically, I could still buy this thing.
Of course. Well,
You don't necessarily have to buy it right now. We could come back.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
I'll
want
do
to,
come back.
if you'd like to make a deal, I mean, we can. Things are always negotiable.
I
mean,
I've
like
got
I said, you
me
can
eye
always
on
just
some ale, and I'll get back to you. I'll swing back by.
he's still
What was
thinking
your
about the
name?
barrel of ale.
What was your name, fine sir, again?
Oh, my name? My name is Rake Markule.
Rake.
Yeah, Raik,
That's not how I spelled it. I spelled it.
and then Markule. Markule.
You, sir. You, sir. Is that all you got back there?
Do you have any other weapons that don't necessarily rely on spells
We have
that are
few
magic
items.
items?
Few items of note. We have. Let's see. We have a. He looks through here and says, "I have a mace, one-handed mace. Appears to be a +1 mace.
Is that it?
And it's yeah, the +1 mace is 500 gold.
Okay.
as you're all standing around, he does look at Theoden and say, "You're not gonna find a more promising shield for a young paladin such as yourself."
It was
Problem
like
is
it
I
was
know that.
handpicked.
The problem is I know that.
Tell you what, for Moradin's, for a follower of Moradin, 2,300 gold.
Oh.
That does.
You're
is quite the
typically
deal.
a pretty persuasive.
Would you do?
Theoden.
Sorry.
Third rubbish chin.
Like I said, if you can roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Would you do 2,100 for the heroes of Hupperduke? You know, someone known as Theoden being able to travel around
I'd
with
say
his shields.
Theoden,
stuff.
if you want to roll a persuasion,
All
I'll give you advantage with Rowan's help there.
All right. 2,100 I think would sound like a fair deal. So what do you think about 2,100? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'll take it. Persuasion is +5. How about a 21?
You do have advantage.
Oh, I do have advantage. I don't think I need it. No, I'm gonna take that 21.
So he
It
says,
was a nat 2 that next time.
so he says, well, I have heard of the heroes of Hupperduke.
It is
So
us.
for the heroes of such illustrious repute, I will take 2,100.
Done. Oh man.
I lean up to him and I say, "You have no idea how much that just saved my life. Thank you."
So you can search for and add the Genesis animated shield.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I did look at it.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
For the
I
record,
made
the
that,
the
by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
oh nice. The staff of the Ivory Claw is not in. It's in D&D Beyond. Like I looked it up, but it's not where I can add it to my inventory.
Which one?
The staff of the Ivory Claw.
You should have access.
I
to it.
looked it up in D&D Beyond, but then when I used
I
the
just
filter-
want you guys to know this was a way.
I'll try to
that-
add it to it.
This was a way
I
that
have it.
Yeah, you're
Seth
good.
could
You-
knock off my AC from 20 back down to 19.
Hey, you got some adamantine.
I know.
There you go.
I was actually the man. I couldn't pass that up. I knew I couldn't.
So, like I said,
Uh,
it's the basically
yeah.
the All Father's hammer logo in the middle.
Yeah.
With a
But
lantern.
when you said the hammer, I was like,
Yeah, with a lantern over it because that's kind of reminiscent of the temple in Port Zoom.
all right, well, ladies and gents, Third is just gonna walk around with a pink hat and an awesome shield for a while.
That's right.
At this point, Jason's over there just with his staff, like kind of twisting it, you know, pretending like he's casting things through it.
Pretending he's casting.
I'm in the middle of everything. I'm looking. I'm real excited about it.
Also, Jeff in real life when he has a staff.
Absolutely, yeah.
Pretending he's
Everything's
casting things
similar.
with it.
Christmas paper roll, like same thing.
That's true. That is true. Hey, I have seen when they go walking, him and his daughter will pick up sticks and fight each other with swords.
Absolutely, we'll fight each other. We'll fight trees. There'll be orcs along the path.
Jace, I'll
It's
get
great.
that. I'll make sure to get that in your character later.
Okay,
Oh my gosh,
sounds good.
Okay.
it was worth every penny.
All right. So, like I said, there's. So he looks around and says, "Is there anything else for these fine customers?"
If that's all you've got, I don't know that there's anything I can purchase right now.
Okay. So, you move on to more. This is the shopping episode. You move on to more stalls and vendors, and you see some that are more clockwork in nature. You come across one, and you see all these clockwork things. There's different kinds of clockwork items and devices, and you see this halfling, actually, who has this curly brown hair, and he's sitting there and he's got goggles on and he's kind of tinkering, and he's looks up and sees you and he says, "Oh, well, hello and welcome. Welcome to my shop. If you're looking for something of the mechanical nature, I hope you find what you're looking for."
I don't particularly know what I'm looking for. I'm just here to shop and look around and see what suits me best out of the whole market.
So then you'll be happy with what you find no matter what.
That's true. I like that. So, what have you got?
Well, let me tell you. He says, I do have quite a few things. Particularly, though, let's see. And, sorry, my page is not loading. There we go.
Seems like you're rummaging around for something quite specific. I'm more than happy to wait.
Quite specific.
You've put it at the bottom of your things. It's a strange place to put your starting items.
My name is Beltran, and this is Beltran's Mechanical Goods.
Hey, Jeff, that staff is in there if you just search for Ivory.
Ivory? Okay.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Beltran. I am Pete.
And he has for sale.
I'm not seeing it either.
Oh, it popped up for me.
Yeah, make sure you don't have something clicked like proficient or container or something weird up there.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Because it worked for me too.
Have you clicked the manage
Really?
inventory button outside of the search bar?
Yeah. I
that's
clicked the
right.
manage inventory.
Okay, so
Then I have the filter.
if we can't find it, I can
We'll take
find
care
a way to
of
get
it.
it.
Right.
Yeah. He says, so here we go. I have this very special Clockwork Amulet. And he pulls out this amulet, and it's this kind of copper contraption, and it has like interlocking gears, and you can tell it's you can hold it up to it, and it kind of has the ticking. And he says, anyone that can use this, basically you can, if you're wearing it, you can forego rolling a d20 and get a straight roll of 10. It will only be used once a day.
Oh, it's luck. Isn't that like kind of one of those weird?
How much is it?
Oh, well, it's 500 gold. I do have some other items, though, so let me lay them out for you. I do also have this handy little device that you can wear as on a chain in your pocket, or you can wear it on your wrist. I have a fetching leather bands that you could attach to your wrist, and it is a it's this magic item. Helps you know what time of day it is. And you see, he kind of pulls it out, and it's at the moment it's kind of looks like a watch, if you will, but it has this kind of like glass orb on it, and it's actually an orb of time. It doesn't give you the exact time of day, but it lets you know if it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night. So,
And how much is that?
well, this handy item is 800 gold pieces.
Tell you to talk. Can't you just look up and know? Oh,
Well.
it's night.
What if there are clouds? What if you're
Or you're in the Underdark.
Yeah, what if you're on the ground?
I just.
Well, I have one more item you may find useful. It is another quite rare item. And he pulls out this very clockwork, steampunk-looking kind of long item.
Buy it.
Sold for 1,500 gold. And do you really try to buy it?
No.
He says, "Well, this is my personal spin on a quite nice item, and maybe for even such a one as one of you. It's a magical quiver."
Ah, yes.
I've already bought it.
It's
So-
essentially a clockwork efficient quiver.
Hey, how much?
That's 1,500 gold pieces.
I wasn't joking earlier.
Well,
It's quite a spend.
I accidentally added it to my inventory already. Ah.
Well, sold.
So I take it's a deal then.
He's already
already
No
took it, put it
refunds.
on
No
his back.
refunds. We've taken it now.
Perhaps we could work out some sort of deal. Is there any other material that you would need that would help you in your production of things? Or something else we could work out to perhaps get a
well,
discount?
Seeing as how I do most of my production in Port Zune on the Menagerie Coast, I don't rightly know if there's something that you would be willing to trade in enough quantity.
Did you have that displacer beast leather? Like, interested.
I
in?
do have Displacer Beast leather. I also have some other Displacer Beast parts. Have you ever heard of a Displacer Beast?
Well, yes, I have.
Perhaps some of the claws and teeth have been used before in different things to grant them magical abilities. Perhaps that could come in handy. I have 10 claws and 5 teeth.
Make a persuasion check.
Will it
Mom,
give him advantage if I have the claws like in my like like this?
No.
Okay. Disadvantage?
No.
Okay, it was 13. It's a straight roll. I don't have any
Okay.
modifier.
He says, I tell you what. For the claws, $1,400 gold pieces. With the claws.
I'll do 1,500.
All right. Very well. Sold. With the claws. Just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. So, for flavor, your efficient quiver is a kind of clockwork-looking device with the pouches on the sides, kind of like, expanding out, and it's almost got like it's got leather, but it's got like this kind of like I said, very square design with like some piping and so yeah.
Okay. Is it
It
just
is-
efficient quiver in the?
It's just an efficient quiver. Though.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is also made of adamantite.
Yes.
No.
Full
No.
adamantite.
No.
We
Well,
all get
you're about to lose your quiver because I'm
You'll
stealing
lose it,
that.
and it gets broken down.
I am going to smelt that sucker.
All right. Is anyone interested in the amulet or the orb of time?
I'm not sure. I'm mostly doing window shopping right now, trying to see what things I want in the market. I'll probably run back
Very
and get
well,
whatever
very well.
things I leave
I
behind.
appreciate a good window shopper.
Yes. Do you perhaps have anything that helps with vision in the dark, of sorts?
Let me see.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's definitely gonna be your next.
Something like these, perhaps.
I would
show
suggest-
my goggles.
It's like those. He has those.
I don't have any of those. I do.
Sure,
I do
fine
appreciate
craftsman
the
like
good
yourself.
Goggles.
Yes.
But you may check with. Well, you could check with any of the others, or you could check with for something maybe not like that, but it could also help you see in the dark. That's one of our other vendors.
Mhm.
So.
All right. I make sure I look around. We're visiting plenty. So I should probably hold on to the little gold I have left. I did buy myself a new toy, and I raised the staff very excitedly, like a child.
Yes. All right. So you all leave the said person, and the next person you see is not a clockwork of any kind. In fact, it's very natural. It's a elf with flowing blue and green hair and kind of bluish green skin, and you see it's a very strange looking elf. It's almost like this elf is was born of the sea, actually. And she has a few meager items out, but they are of a more natural variety. She
We'll be
says,
losing our bard for a moment here.
maybe so. She says, "Welcome. And if you would like, these are the items that I have for us for sale today." And she reaches down and she says, "I have these items here. I have some homemade candles of the deep, which are candles that will not extinguish by water."
Underwater.
Yeah.
How much for
Impressive,
those?
honestly.
Oh, they are just. It's just a minor enchantment. They're 15 gold apiece.
I'll take 2 of those.
All right, very well. I have plenty. So, like 2 candles of the deep. Candle of the deep.
Interesting. You know what? He's got one. He's got one. What else have you?
Well, I also have this this very handy pouch. It has all manner of spices and whatnot, and
Interesting.
shows you this handy spice pouch. Useful for cooking, and basically it has 10 charges, and you can spend an action to expend a charge. Speak the name of any non-magical food seasoning, such as salt, pepper, saffron, cilantro, etc., and remove a pinch of the desired seasoning from the pouch. And it's useful for that. And then regains a certain amount of charges at the end.
How much is it for this?
Oh, well, this is a very handy magical item, and it's currently 600 gold pieces.
600 gold. Good lord.
What was
Well,
it called again?
It's actually Heward's handy spice pouch. Well, it can summon any desired seasoning from around the world.
I desire 600 gold. Will it do that?
How does that work with the spices? If you're summoning them from somewhere else in the world, is that like you pick it out and it comes off of someone else's farm or out of their kitchen?
Well, it's a magical enchantment.
Is used, or does it just like create upon itself from the magic and tastes
Well, it's
like?
created from the magic, dear. It's not stealing some poor farmers. I enchanted it myself.
Oh, I think that's an excellent idea. I don't know if it's quite within the price range, but I will be thinking about it. Again, I'm sorry, I'm running through. I'm just checking, just trying to see what's out here, what's around. There's a very large market, and I don't have very much money, so I'm trying to find just the exact right things
Well,
to purchase.
absolutely. I also have this bag of magical beans.
Beans, say you?
Oh yes, It's a very interesting magical item. Quite wonderful. Each bean could actually have a different effect on oneself or the environment around you or any number of things. Some most mysterious, some dangerous, some quite rewarding.
Is it random or is it like you get to pick whenever you use the magic?
Oh, it's more a product of the Fae, if you will, and it's a random occurrence. For which
Yeah, I
beans?
understand. And how much is it for the Fae beans?
Oh well, it's also 600 gold pieces.
All right, all right.
Have you got anything else?
Oh yes, I have also some potions and some let's see. Mostly potions, also some other natural herbs and remedies.
Are there any greater potions or just like regular
I
lowish
do
level
have
potions?
2 greater potions.
All right. And how much is it for those?
For a greater potion. Greater potion of healing. It is 150 gold pieces a piece. I also have a potion of water breathing. It's 180 gold. Have a potion of speed, which is 400 gold pieces. I do have 1 potion of superior healing that is 450 gold pieces.
To the 400 or 450?
450.
Oh, right.
I have a potion of climbing, which is another 180 gold pieces. And then I have 6 potions of healing, which are 50 gold pieces apiece.
You've got quite a lot of potions for this. I think that's wonderful. I hope somebody comes by and purchases everything because this kind of stuff can really save lives.
Well, that's part of my goal.
So, do
I
you
have
do all
traveled a long
your
way.
own enchanting?
Well, I know a few enchantments here and there.
You interested in any materials that possess kind of a base magic that can be built off of?
Not necessarily in the market for them today, but depends on what you're offering.
I have some displacer beast parts, some claws, and an eye and teeth, along with some pelts. Is there a way we could do a trade for them for maybe one of the potions or?
Wait, it's been a few weeks since you got that eye. Is it? You've been carrying around that in your bag. You haven't done anything to preserve it. That's kind of gross.
It's magic.
It's probably just mush.
It's got all the fuzz and stuff on it.
So do you pull it out
Gotta
and
clean
and
it.
take
Rinse
a
it
look?
off.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, this
She takes it out and she looks at it and the eyes and the teeth and it's just the 1 pelt, correct?
I have 2 pelts, 5 teeth, 1 eye, and then I actually have 15 claws. I just told the dude I had 10.
Okay.
So I was gonna keep some.
So she looks at them all and says, well, I don't know that I have an immediate need for some of this. So I could potentially take 100 gold off of an item for, say, some of the teeth in the eye.
Aye. I'll take the potion of haste.
Very well. That'll be 80 gold pieces.
Po-
Oh,
Potion of
excuse me, hold
speed, sorry.
Potion
Yeah.
of speed,
that's-
yeah.
You sure it's not 80?
No, it's not.
Are you
It's
sure?
400. So it's 300 gold pieces for you.
But I could do so much with it. Yeah, so I'll take it, 300.
Okay.
And then that's the eye and the...
Yeah, the eye and 10 teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy, I can't believe you were able to sell that eye to this poor person. How dare you? That thing's...
You see that, she puts it in
It is.
something a little bit more keeping, like a glass vial, a glass jar that she sticks it in and sticks it in something that's, looks like it's probably packed for cold or something, preserving.
That's gonna be much better.
Anything else?
I think I'm prob-
Rowan, there's some potions of healing, potion
I'll
of
keep
water
looking here.
breathing. Okay, potion of climbing.
Don't suppose you have like a potion of dark vision and something to make you see in the dark.
Unfortunately, I do
Kind of
not.
thing.
The only thing to
Should
help
think.
with vision are the candles of the deep.
Understood.
And they're
Alright.
15 gold pieces apiece.
Do you happen to know any other merchants that might be selling something that could help see some sort of oculars like this that can help you see in the dark, or
I
perhaps
don't. I don't
a bag
know
of
any
holding or
myself.
something like that?
I don't know of any myself. No.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay. So, with that, if you are finished with this person,
Yes.
okay. You pass by and you do see what looks like a cart, and there are several bards there, and they're playing instruments. Okay, and you see one of them who is playing an instrument, and these illusions are just kind of pouring forth with the music, and he's creating scenes and a story out of these. You see another one who's accompanying him, and he is playing another lute, and you see him writing. You see like these words that are kind of like appearing in the air over the illusions, going with the story. As you come by there, it says, "Oh there, bard. Interested in any kind of instruments?"
Do they shoot people?
They do not shoot people, no. But we have. You see, he's got like the one he's playing. As he says, we have here the. This lute produces illusions. And you see it's 5-foot radius where this kind of illusion is happening here. And he says, for someone such as yourself, the effect is much larger than it would be for another person. Which basically means is for a bard it's a 15-foot radius for these illusions.
Okay.
It can be anything from musical notes or effects for your performance, or dancers and butterflies and falling snow. Anything of it has neither substance nor sound, but creates a wonderful performance.
What's the cost of this? So, what's the cost of this loot?
Well, this lute is 750 gold pieces.
And it can produce.
Visual illusions, my good sir. Or if illusions are not your thing, how about magical writing?
You can produce magical writing.
Well, this one cannot, but my partner here, his produces magical writing.
So you said this one was 1,500 gold?
No, 750.
Oh, way off.
And then the other one is an instrument of scribing. Has 3 charges, and you can write a magical message on a non-magical object or surface that you can see within 30 feet. The message can be up to 6 words long, or it can be 13 words long for a bard. And they can glow faintly and be seen in non-magical darkness.
Rowan, that might
They
be
last-
good to keep track
last
of
for
where
24
we're
hours.
going, where we're planning to go.
Lasts for 24 hours. And what's this going to run me?
Well, this too is 750 gold.
And these are the 2 items that you're selling here? Or is there any other?
Well, yes. We have some other instruments as well. We have some you see a range of like drums and pan flutes and flutes and other items that are handcrafted, well made.
Well, I might come back by.
Sure, absolutely.
Appreciate your time.
Finally, you come to Wiltix. Wiltix is there at the end. He says, my friends, it's so good to see you. I hope you've been
Hey,
enjoying.
knew we'd make it by.
I hope you've been enjoying yourselves.
I have. I got a new
Well,
toy.
Very good, very good, very good. Well, let me show you what I have today.
Oh, well, Thurston already showed me what you made for him.
Oh yes, I do have those
That
little.
was.
Wiltix. He screamed like a little girl.
Well, it was a very
laughs.
manly scream. Very
No,
manly.
It
He
wasn't.
laughs and he says, I do have more of those if anyone wants them. They're a mere 5 gold apiece.
Take
They're
20.
fun little trinkets. Fun little trinkets,
Did you
if
say
you
you'll
will.
take 20?
I also have some that play a fun musical chime, if you will. They also are 5 gold apiece. But other than my fun little items for trinkets and such, I have some other things as well.
Alright.
And he says, I do have one particular item that I think you'll find most interesting. And he pulls out this wooden box. And he opens it up. And in it, you see 2 ornate items that look kind of like a quill or a pen. They have kind of like that fountain pen nib on the end. And it's got this kind of like ornately carved metal tube. And you can see there's some like gaps and there's like a little bit of like gears inside. And then you see on the end, almost like a cap, is on each one of them is what looks like a small cut sapphire. It says, I offer you one of my newest creations. It is the Clockwork Quills.
But,
This
does
paired
it
set of
do?
items, it resembles ordinary writing quills. Like I said, it's about 8 inches long and has the sapphires on the ends. And he takes one out and then he sets the other one down on the table about 2 feet away. And he puts a piece of paper underneath both of them. And he says, when you take one, you merely need to activate it. And when he turns the sapphire a certain way, and you see the sapphire on the other one begins to kind of pulse and glow. When you want to send a message, you merely turn it to the right setting, and it lets the person on the other end know that you are ready to send them a message. And then his apprentice gnome reaches over and turns that setting on the one that's pulsing. He changes the setting, and it like almost stands up magically, like it's about to write with an invisible hand. And so then he starts writing on this paper over here, and it starts copying what he's doing over there, and it writes what he writes. So basically, he says, this allows a paired set allows users to send a message across any distance, as long as you are on the same plane. It'll mimic its exact movements, so you can write out a message, and then you can put it down and let them know that you are ready to receive a message, and then they could write a message back to you. Request for communication, acknowledgement, and indicating whose turn it is to write is done with the quill's gemstone by setting it to the correct setting. It can function for a period of 10 minutes of writing for each one, so you could be having a conversation for upwards of 20 minutes with someone on the other end. At the next day's dawn, it regains its time.
It's like a great item if we wanted to split up and go different directions. We could write notes to each other.
Yes. Rowan, this would be perfect if to your girlfriend, and you guys can keep up while you're
We
on
can write
adventures.
love letters.
Love letters.
It's so
to each other.
romantic.
Hey.
Where is she anyway? I haven't seen her. Did you break up?
Prison?
For you gentlemen, I will
Look at the face.
the zoom in. For you gentlemen,
No mind.
a mere 500 gold.
That is an excellent price. Very useful tool.
You get the essence that is basically like sending stones, but
But they write it out.
they write it out. But you can also write out more, because with sending stones, technically we've kind of fudged it in the past. You can only do it once per day. Like it's like sending stones are one message of 24 words per day.
You have to get more data from this.
No, we should get these for giving his girlfriend. I wasn't gonna poke much fun at him, but then he's coming up with these crazy puns again. And you know what?
Well, it does. And Wiltix looks at you and says, "Well, I mean, it does do a rather nice facsimile of it."
So what you're telling me, Wiltix? This was what I couldn't look at in the shop yesterday.
Well, it's it's my new creation.
Are you kidding me? What made you thought I would want a pair of quills?
Theoden doesn't even know how to write.
I don't even know what
This
you're
is
doing.
true.
After all the times of his mother hitting him over the head with a rock is sort of love, apparently. He probably forgot how to write.
Well, I'll give you that. But, especially with the thoughts of you all trying to traipse around in the Underdark or the other areas of the world, with this, you'd be able to communicate with others across great distances.
You mean like Brackle and yourself?
If you so choose, or others.
I mean, so we'd technically only be buying one of the quills, because you would still have the other one between you and Brackle.
If you wanted to leave it
He
with us,
raises a good point.
I mean,
I'll tell you what. I will go ahead and give you one of them and keep the other. And if you wanted a second pair, because I do have more pairs, so you can have another pair that you can purchase that pair to give to someone else. But for you and I, we can communicate with this one. And he pulls out another wooden box.
You guys?
He pulls out another wooden
That's
box
an
and
excellent
hands it and slides it over to you.
Which one of us is?
Now that you've started making these, could we perhaps purchase them at a later time, or is this kind of the only time you're planning on making them?
Well, you can purchase them at another time, but I'm going to give you one one pair myself.
Yeah, who wants the other quill to talk to Wiltix? Okay.
I'll take it.
Alright.
You don't want to give it to Ruben.
I got it.
He'd draw stuff.
Draw in. It's like
You can
draw a
draw
little
things,
house
too.
and a dog.
Um,
Wiltix has no idea what you're doing.
You know, just, Wiltix, what is this? And you're like drawing out some monster from the Untitled. Yeah, so
Tic-tac-toe.
you can add a clockwork quills to your inventory.
Okay. Me? Am I the one who got it?
Yep.
Okay. By the way, I did get the staff. I went back to my character sheet. Turns out I did not have critical role content turned on. That was the problem.
Okay.
Is there anything else you've created?
Yeah.
Or have you
got,
sold the rest
Wiltix?
of your supplies?
Is this it?
Well, he's probably sold the rest. It's been a long day. You've been
Hey.
out shopping. We didn't come here first.
Do you have any of
true.
these goggles like he has where I can see in
Yeah, I
the
need
dark?
more of these.
You know what? I don't have any more of those right now, but I could probably whip you up a pair.
Ah, that would be fantastic if you could do that.
Sure.
With the
Give
fan,
me
I'm gonna need them
give
soon.
me a about a week or two, and I
Sure.
can get it.
All right.
You guys plan
I
on
would
waiting a
do that,
week
sure.
or two to go down to the Underdark?
Quick question about the efficient quiver.
Yes.
In the largest pouch, it only gives a couple of examples. It says I can put a quarterstaff in there. I'm assuming like a rapier would also fit if a quarterstaff fits.
Most likely, yeah. Basically,
Okay.
anything, it's got a small opening, but you could basically put, long items down into it.
Are there
However,
any
if you
other
puncture if you puncture it, it does cause problems.
If I puncture it,
Read the description.
what is?
Because it's its own dimension. So if you puncture it, you break that dimension, and that's bad. That's very bad.
That is a bad day, yeah.
I mean, you could put a sheathed rapier in there.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Are there any other shops that are open or anything else that Wiltix has? If not, I'm going to run back and buy everything.
you don't see. It looks like that's kind of the end of it there for
Okay.
the shopping.
Great. Then I am going to purchase the +1. Let me know if I go over. I'm going to purchase the +1 mace.
I was gonna go get it and give it to you if you didn't buy it.
Yeah, no, I was like, I see this. I'm gonna look for some other things. I'm gonna get that. I will get the
What did I quote you on the +1 mace?
500.
Yeah. Okay.
You gonna try to talk him down?
What I can do, Seth, if you don't mind, I'll add up the whole total and then do an overall persuasion check
Okay.
and see if
sounds
that
good.
makes a difference.
Yeah.
I want that. I want one of the crater potions of healing.
Okay, so 150.
So I'm at what, 650.
Yep.
I will get the. I will get the Clockwork Amulet that foregoes rolling a 20. That's another
Okay.
500. So 1,150, I guess. And do y'all think it's worth it to get the Orb of Time, or should I get some other potions?
I forget what the Orb of Time do.
It
tells
lets
you
you know
the
if
time
it's
of
morning,
day.
noon, like it tells you like the rough time of day.
Yeah, morning, afternoon, or night.
If we had a ranger, we could just do that with
Oh.
their ability.
Oh, I know I want the bag of magical beans that was priced at
600.
I missed the magical beans. What does that do?
It's basically fey beans where you throw them out and it has a random effect.
Let me put it this way.
Like wild magic?
Yeah.
It's basically the deck of many things, but beans.
Except I don't think I can vanish
kind of
into
awesome.
beans.
Not
question mark?
that powerful. Okay, it's
Yeah.
not a legendary item, but it is a random occurrence of the beans. Okay, so you want the bag of beans?
Yeah.
It
So
is
what am I
called-
at right now?
It is called bag of beans, by the way.
Oh, cool. Sweet. Excellent.
Hold on. I do need to roll to see how many beans you get.
Okay.
I've got to see. You're right now. What I'm clocking you at is about 1250.
Okay. So
Unless I miss something else.
Oh yeah, you missed something else because the mace was 500.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
I've got it. I've got mace, Clockwork Amulet.
Clockwork
those two
Amulet was
together,
500.
Yeah, it's 1,000 for those. Oh no,
And
okay.
then the bag of
yeah.
beans is 600.
1750. 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hold on and see.
I was missing the yeah.
Right. Do I have water breathing as a spell?
Can't you just turn into something that can breathe
These
underwater?
beans are fun.
You're so smart. Thank you for making me forget that.
You
I was
get-
gonna say just
that my
turn into
class
like a
literally
shark
hasn't
or
needed.
something.
So you lucked out. You get 10 beans in the bag of
Excellent.
beans,
Oh, nice.
which is almost the max that you could get.
Nice.
12
Well,
is
is
the
it-
max.
So are they single use things?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's
okay.
you pull out a bean and it's now if you happen to dump out the bag of beans, there are also consequences for that.
Oh boy.
Just FYI.
So if I'm at about 1,700.
So don't get turned upside down.
I'm super excited about the bag of beans, honestly, guys.
1750 is what you're at right now.
Okay. I don't.
Austin, are you looking at him?
Yes, I'm laughing. I'm
At,
like trying not to-
They're so
at
good, dude.
1750, I don't know if there's anything else that I can purchase that's going to be worth actually getting.
I was just saying, the orbit time is 800.
You could buy a little bag of sand.
Yeah, a little bag of sand with another 800 GPs. Sure. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, there was the spice pouch.
I am
Yes,
thinking
that's
about the spice pouch,
Or the
but
Orb
I don't
of
know if that's
Time.
gonna. I don't know if the spice pouch is gonna put me over. On
Or the Wand of
price.
Smiles.
What are you at right now?
1750.
1750?
You have me at 1750. I've got 2200.
It would put you over without any kind of persuasion to knock it down. It would put you at like 2350 is what it would put you at. But I'm fairly comfortable. We would probably help you cover any extra little bit that you go over.
And these are different. I think I like the handy spice pouch just because we do love our breakfast. But I think, judging from the journey that we're planning to have, I think it's going to do me better to purchase this Orb of Time. So I'll go ahead and do that too.
Okay, that'll put you at. Let's see. That'll put you at 2550.
Yeah. So as we go along, if I can, hey, Rowan, I know you're a little bit better at talking to people than I am, and I do want to purchase all of these items. So if you wouldn't mind, if there's any way that I can help you persuade them, and then we'll use my money for those kind of things. But I know you're a much better people person. If you
Roll
don't
a
mind.
persuasion check with advantage for the group.
Do you want him
Pete,
to do it?
yeah,
This?
Pete, roll it, but I'll give you advantage.
Oh, okay.
I get really caught up reading all these beans.
There's a lot.
Yeah, persuasion with my 0 modifier. All right. 17. Excellent.
Okay. Awesome.
Not bad.
So, so you end up getting 15% knocked off.
Excellent.
Jeez.
That will
let's say
leave me not being
2850.
completely broke.
I don't know what 15% of 2850 is.
2850 was the total.
Yeah. 2850 times 0.15.
2850.
That'll knock off 427 and a half gold.
So we'll call it 2400.
Guys, if I'm gonna get this this clockwork thing, I'm about 200 GPs short. I don't have any more. This is all of my money.
Right?
Yeah, I got
Yeah, sure.
50 gold left.
Oh,
All right, I got you.
okay. I was just saying, otherwise I'd
I'm really low.
So I had.
Yeah, I got you. Here you
How
go.
much was that? It was
200?
2850 minus what was the total after discount?
2400 even, he said.
Okay, yeah, that's all of my gold.
So you'll need to borrow 200 from Jace, I guess.
I
Thank
gave
you,
you
I'll give
Jace.
100.
What
I'll
you
give
got?
100 if you
pleasure.
give 100, Jace. Jace?
Yeah,
Am I
it-
muted?
Did you buy anything?
No, I hear you.
Rowan?
I didn't. Yeah,
That's-
I was about to go buy stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine, Rowan. Yeah, you give 100, I'll give 100.
This is painful. Thank you.
It's all right.
Thank
You
all
got a
very much.
lot of. You got a
Again,
lot of.
I'm not just using this for myself. This is all things that.
Of
Yeah.
course,
If you
this
need
is
it,
all
let me
for the
know.
group, yes. On our coming adventure.
So you got Orb of Time, Clockwork Amulet, Bag of Magical Beans, +5, +1 mace, and
How
one
much were the
greater healing
quills?
potion, right?
What'd you say,
Yes, I
Rowan?
believe that's
How much were the quills?
500.
500 for a set.
I'll probably go back and say what I'm going to purchase at a later time. I know we've already. It's
Okay. Yeah, you can find. Just send me a thing, and they'll deduct it later.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So as you finish up for the day, you go back to your newfound favorite tavern of the Caravan and enjoy some great refreshments. And we'll call
I'll
it
grab
there.
another cappuccino from across the street.
Of course, of course.
So.
All right. And we'll end the session for tonight there. Hey, oh, some of you got what you wanted.
Oh yes, I did.
So, yes, Theoden, I had much joy creating that for
That
you.
is awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
So I was like,
I was
I'm gonna
looking
give
at it
him-
and I was
That
like,
is awesome.
taking
I gotta
taking
give
the
him-
-1 to my AC is worth being able to roll a 1d10 instead of a d8 for my
and
hammer.
Yeah.
and you can, there's a chance you can negate a critical. So it's
Yeah,
not
that's
it's
true.
not every time, but
And I
you
could,
know.
because I have a warhammer, I could also put a second weapon in my other hand.
Yeah.
And
So you could dual wield that way.
Or you can find if there's a warhammer that's versatile. It's a
that's
one-
what I have.
two-hand.
Warhammer is
Okay.
versatile. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can either wield it with both hands or with one. Goes
Yep.
from a D8 to a D10.
So awesome, and Noah got his efficient quiver.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Jay's
Excited
got a
on my
staff. It's
Yeah.
pretty. It's
If I
pretty
crit,
awesome staff.
it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that the items are not like stupidly overpowered, but they're overpowered in like certain situations.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you all for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the, fun, slow-paced, but fun episode with
Shopping
us.
trip.
Haven't had one of those in a while.
No.
So, and you never know; it could be a long, dark journey ahead of them. So,
Indeed.
For Jace, it will be. He got
So-
nothing to see in the dark.
all right.
Cast
So,
light on the tip of my staff and just have a
I
giant
got
flashlight.
Jason stuff to see in the dark. I got him a lantern
Yeah, there
and
we
a
go.
candle.
I've got a lantern on my shield.
so, well, thank you all for joining us. Thank you to the viewers, and good night, and God bless.
And